everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a new pick a card reading, but before we hop into it, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Keen for sponsoring today's video. If you have not heard of them before, they're essentially a huge online psychic platform where you can browse through psychics and spiritual advisors to get your life questions answered. And the reason why I recommend them to you is my time for actually doing private readings does not exist anymore, unfortunately. So I do highly recommend checking out Keen to find other psychics if you want an actual private session with a psychic. They offer so many different readers on there that you can choose from different budgets, different price ranges, and you also get to choose your amount of time that you want to spend with a psychic. And they're also 24/7. So no matter where you live in the world, no matter what time that you are looking to get your questions answered, it is so easy and convenient to just log on to Keen and ask whatever questions that you have going on in your mind. And my personal experience with Keen has been great so far. I've asked questions about career, about love, and Keen has been great. I've had psychics that have predicted certain timelines for me about when things are going to happen, and those psychics have been correct for me, which has been really cool. So I personally highly recommend trying out a few different ones just to find the one that you resonate most with first before spending your most time with a psychic. So that is my personal recommendation. Try out a few, find the one that you like, and then spend most of your time with that particular psychic. And if you are interested in giving Keen a try, you can head to trykeen.com/gem to get your first 10 minutes for only $1.99. So again, head to trykeen.com/gem to get your first 10 minutes for only $1.99. There's also a link down below in the description box, and that can be over $99 in savings, just so you know. So that is a really good deal. I highly recommend checking them out. And again, a huge thank you to Keen for sponsoring today's video. Sending you all so much love, and without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into today's pick a card reading. Hello my loves, what's up, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a new pick a card reading, and this one is all about your life in 5 years from now. So we're going to be looking into the future for you to see what your life is going to look like in the next 5 years. So I'm super excited about it. If you are new to these videos, I'm going to give you a quick little explanation about how it works, and we're also going to be putting some crystals on the cards if it helps you choose with the energy of crystals. But essentially how this video works is I have 5 different groups in front of me. We have a group 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can take a moment, pause the video if you would like, to find the group that you are the most drawn towards. And then once you're done choosing your different group, there's going to be timestamps linked down below in the comment box as well as the description box so that you can skip ahead right to your personal prediction all about what your life is going to look like in 5 years from now. If you like to choose with crystals on the cards, then let's go ahead and put some crystals on these cards. Okay, my loves, if you like to choose with crystals, here are our crystal options. On group number 1, we have some pink Botswana. On group 2, we have some Picasso Jasper. On group 3, we have some opalite. Group 4, we have some malachite. And then group number 5, we have some amethyst. So again, take a moment, pause the video if you'd like to find the group that you are the most drawn towards. Then once you're done choosing, there's going to be those timestamps linked down below in the comment box as well as the description box so that you can skip ahead right to your prediction. So we're going to look into your life in 5 years from now, my loves. So without further explanation, without further talking, let's go ahead and get right into today's video. Okay, so group 1, if you chose this pile, then this is going to be a reading all about your life in 5 years. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. Okay, group number 1, here's what we have for you. We have the 5 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, then we have the Hermit, the Queen of Cups, and then the 9 of Cups, and they're all upright. So what I'm noticing for you right off the bat is the fact that we start off with 2 different sword cards. This talks about your current moment, and what you're currently going through right now is what's going to propel you into the future that you are creating in 5 years from now and what you're kind of heading into. And it looks like right now you recently went through some big lessons where maybe we're contemplating a lot and maybe we're having to be in our head a lot, reviewing the past, reflecting, thinking a lot about the past. And we're also kind of realizing certain sort of actions that we've taken in our past that have maybe caused some sort of conflicts or things like that. So there could be stuff within your family, within your friend groups, or your immediate relationships that have been currently going on that have been causing you to get the outcome that you don't necessarily desire or want. And you are learning how to kind of put your foot down and demand a little bit more respect, but not in a not in a demanding way. That's kind of the wrong word, but more in a compassionate way, because the Queen of Swords is when we're learning how to respect ourselves, but how to respect ourselves in a more kind and open way, where we know what we want and we have a much clearer idea of the outcome that we want, rather than kind of just like smashing into certain things. So it looks like you're learning what planning and intention really is. So for example, when you want something, you're really learning how to have a more clearer vision of what that is, the outcomes that you actually really want, and learning how we can take steps and actions towards getting that particular outcome, rather than just, flying into something and then just seeing what happens and letting the world kind of stir things up for you. You are learning how to be a lot more intentional. You're learning how to be a lot more direct with what you want, and how to maybe protect yourself a little bit more, and how to speak your mind and explain yourself. So rather than getting defensive, rather than getting, letting our words sort of just like come out and blah, we're learning how to, again, be a lot more clear, how to explain ourselves a lot more in order to avoid misunderstandings, in order to avoid conflict, in order to explain ourselves in a more mature and more level-headed way. This could even be internal as well. So even if you don't feel like you've been going through that with external relationships, this can also be within your own mind. You currently are going through a time of learning how to direct your mind a little bit more, so that you're not being so harsh with yourself, and so that you're not being so hard on yourself. One really important question to ask, that the universe is coming through right now, and they're being like, hey, ask yourself right now, if your mentality and your mind was a person, would you date that person? Would you be friends with them if that person talked to you just like that, the way that you maybe currently talk to yourself? So that's a really important question to ask. And if no, it looks like right now you're going through a time of learning how to better control your own mind, how to have a little bit more of a clearer and more compassionate mentality, with still being, reasonable and logical, and not like overly emotional or anything. So it does look like you're clearing up your mind a lot over the next 5 years. And it also looks like you're going to be going on a little bit of an inward journey over the next 5 years. In fact, I feel like this is happening over the next 3 years, that you're really going to be doing some soul searching. And I think you're going to be discovering so much about yourself, your past, doing way higher learning. And the you that's going to start birthing out 3 years from now is going to be wildly different than the person that you are right now. And it's going to lead you to opening up your emotions again, especially if you feel like you've been closed off because of certain past experiences. Your emotions are coming out deeper than ever. I see you being so much more compassionate. Like, you are turning from the Queen of Swords into the Queen of Cups. And both of these cards are extremely good. And both of them have like a very powerful energy behind them. And the Queen of Swords right now is the stage that I see that you're going through right now, where you are better becoming, you're becoming more aware of your own mind. You are beginning to unlock your own mind and your own intentionality, your own direction. You're going to learn how to really express yourself in a brand new way, group number one. You're going to learn how to express yourself so clearly, but also so compassionately. I'm also seeing some of you going closer to the ocean. This shell is sticking out to me so much with the water right below it. I think some of you may be moving closer to the ocean, or closer to a certain body of water. Yeah, some of you, I think you're actually moving from somewhere cold to somewhere warm, which is interesting, because the swords are a bit more of a colder weather, and a bit more rigid, like a rigid landscape. This could even be like a big city, because the swords can deal with like big buildings, big city, or it could deal with a more just rigid or colder landscape. And then the Queen of Cups, I'm so feeling like you're going to be in a warmer climate in 5 years from now. So I don't know if some of you have plans to move or This could even be like a significant vacation for some of you that you're like really hoping to go on. So for some of you, it could be like a significant vacation. But I'm seeing somehow being more connected to the ocean or the sea or to warmer weather. And we also have the Nine of Cups over here. And this card is one of the best in all of tarot. It deals with getting something that you've been wishing for, getting something that you've been hoping for. So group 5, if you've been hoping for something, wishing for something, wanting to kind of shift your life in some way, I'm seeing this happening over the next 5 years. I'm seeing this soul searching, and I'm seeing you finding out who you really are. And I see you going from kind of like the mindset that you're in right now to something that's so much more flowing, something that's so much more of ease and compassion and love and gentleness. It's almost like your heart is being unlocked in a totally new way. And I also see you taking a chance on something. There's something that you are kind of like taking a leap of faith on within the next 5 years. And for a lot of you, I think that that's moving somewhere. At the very least, it's you becoming like a warmer person internally, but for some reason I keep hearing spirit saying that it's coming out externally as well. Like the internal change that you're making of becoming a lot more warmer with yourself, somehow I think is pulling you to a warmer climate. Not that climate is a direct reflection of our internal state, but for some reason I'm seeing it being both internal and external for you in this reading and in this case. So some of you, it could be that, or again, it could just be that you're spending more time like on vacation, or you're spending more time traveling and kind of like seeing like warmer climates for some reason. So that's something that is directly coming out there. Like some of you may know somebody that lives in a warmer climate, maybe you're visiting them or something, or maybe you're directly actually moving there. So that is a couple of things that I'm seeing for you, group number 1. And there's something that you're trying to manifest right now that I think you are achieving, and you're really gonna have it in 5 years from now with this Nine of Cups energy. It's like you're sitting there and you're like, yeah, I accomplished that. I got to that goal. But I feel like there's more for you that's coming. So even 5 years from now, I feel like you have this big path ahead of you. Even 5 years from now, something that you're already wanting is already happening for you. But it's like you're gonna be expanding even further 5 years from now. You're gonna have even new visions in your head that you are trying to get to. And I see you making bigger moves towards that, and there's a lot more flow towards that in your life as well. So yeah, the next couple cards, we have the home card coming up. So yes, there could be some home changes for a lot of you within the next 5 years. So again, moving to warmer places, or maybe spending more time away from home after this sort of hermit stage. So a lot of you may be spending more internal time or doing some soul searching. Some of you may be traveling in order to do that soul searching and kind of finding your home, finding where do I really belong, where do I really want to go in my life. And we also have, wise leadership. Some of you are stepping up. You are stepping up into much more like self-control, much more clear direction as well. Much more clear direction. I'm seeing a lot of intentionality behind what you're doing. Also, this woman's crown looks like the sun. Some of you are spending a lot more time in the sun, a lot more time outside. And again, that sun that's on her head, like the sun crown that she's wearing, is reminding me of somewhere that's warmer, somewhere that gets more sunlight than maybe what you're currently used to, somewhere that's kind of like more tropical or something like that is what I'm really seeing here. Okay, so the next couple cards we have in the hand, the universe is your partner. You are receiving something. And I feel like you're gonna feel like you have more ability to achieve what you really want. It's like almost like it's in the palm of your hands. And I think that there's something that you're hoping for right now. You're finally grasping it and getting it and receiving it. That's a big thing that I keep hearing here, is that you're receiving something. This Nine of Cups and in the hand both mention that. And the number 4 in numerology that we have here, you're setting a new foundation for yourself. So a lot of you, I think that you're going to be moving somewhere. Fortune's wheel, luck and right timing. So there's something that you may even be wanting right now, and you may be thinking like, I want that right now though. I want that right now. And it's coming within the right timing. And I think it's going to make sense to you why it hasn't happened sooner, but it is still happening at a decent amount of time. Like, I don't feel like it's that far away for you. And I think it's going to just happen again at the very much right time. And it's interesting that we have these same spokes on this wheel, kind of like the sun wheel that we have here. And it's the same ones that we have here. And these are both very different card decks. Like, both of these totally different card decks. And they have the same sun. It looks like almost the exact same. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it literally looks like the same spokes on that wheel. That's so interesting and so weird. And I'm pretty sure the authors of these cards are different as well. I'm like super curious now. Okay, one of them is Colette Baron Reed, and then one of them is Alberto Villedo and Colette. Okay, so maybe it's because Colette Baron Reed has like the same idea behind these. But sun, we get a lot of sun energy coming through. So a lot of you are going to be making more money because the sun energy does deal with gold as well. And yeah, there's something about right timing. So it's just like, keep trusting that you're going to get there because you are getting to a certain goal that you've been really wanting. The sunlight also deals with opening up and like shining your light a lot stronger. So there could be like more expression that you are stepping into, expressing yourself a lot more, and stepping more into your power, because that's the sunlight energy as well. Stepping into your power, making more money, again, spending more time in the sun as well can be a very direct message associated with that. So let's see what else we get for my lovely group ones. Group one, what else do we have for group one? So we have healing coming up. So again, there's something here where maybe we've had some conflict in our recent sort of times right now that we're going through. There's going to be a lot of healing, and I think that you're going to be reconnecting with maybe, or at least forgiving. There's at least a forgiveness and like an acceptance between whatever you're kind of dealing with right now. If you guys are going through maybe some family conflicts or friendship conflicts, maybe even relationship conflicts, I'm seeing a lot of that healing over the next 5 years. I honestly think that you're going to be closer than ever to your family and to your friends in 5 years from now, closer than ever. And there's so much more understanding and support that's coming out here that I'm really seeing for you. Ooh, and then we have go with the flow. I was feeling that go with the flow energy a lot with that Queen of Cups. So a lot of you, if you're feeling kind of stuck right now or rigid, or things kind of keep happening within conflict in your life right now, group one, that conflict is no longer existent in your life in 5 years from now. Whatever conflict you are dealing with right now does not exist for you 5 years from now. It is going to end, and I honestly think that the ending is happening within the next year. I don't think it's going to have to take 5 years for you to get to that ending. I'm seeing this healing right here happening within the next year for you. Max 2 years. But I think the thick of it, the majority thick of it, is healing within the next year for you. And I feel like you're going to feel like you are swimming smoothly again, and there's not that same conflict in your life. Oh, and then we have the love card coming up. Okay, so one thing that I'm seeing with this card coming up is the love that you're going to have with whatever this conflict is. So if this deals with like friends in the current moment or family, I'm seeing this healing and so much more love and compassion coming out of this. I'm seeing a lot of support then coming into your life, you doing a soul searching journey to really find who you are and to sort of maybe heal certain mindsets. I'm seeing you loving yourself so much more. And yeah, I'm definitely seeing a healing happening within a friendship or a family member or a romantic partnership. For a lot of you though, I think this is friends and family that is healing for you, especially if you've been feeling some of those conflicts lately in your life. So let's go and see what else we get for you. So group one, what else do we have for group one? About their life in 5 years from now. The Weaver, you are weaving a brand new destiny right now. Your choices very much matter in this moment. So Spirit really wants to come through and tell you, group number one, that the choices that you're making right now are going to affect your future. So intentionally, when you're cutting things off, do it with intention. Know that when you cut certain strings, to rebond those takes a lot. So look at what you are cutting out of your life. Look at how you are making your choices. If there's things that you truly, truly, truly do not want in your life anymore, it is time to cut those things out, cut the ties to that, because that's going to very much direct you differently in your future. And I'm seeing you making these really big choices within the next little while, where you are cutting certain things out of your life in order to reach your actual goal, the real goal that you desire. There's going to be some things that you are greatly like cutting out of your life. And I'm also seeing you weaving like new things because you're making room. As you can see on this card, like it's these hands that are weaved together with this sword. So she's cutting certain ones in order to make room for new ones. So if you want to connect to something new, it's time to make room for it in your life. It's time to make time, make space, and make room to tie a new cord to what you truly want. And we also have the card here of surrender. I'm seeing a lot of you kind of like letting go of a particular situation. And I'm seeing you rooting yourself into a new kind of space in your life. So I'm seeing you kind of picking a new foundation and a new outcome that you really want to achieve, and you are rooting yourself into that new foundation. A lot of it's going to come with kind of just like needing to let go of something, needing to surrender to something. So some of you are not wanting to move into your future because it's going to require you to let go of some sort of something that you really want to control, or something that you really would like to control the outcome of. So there's something here where you're going to have to surrender to it if you really want the outcome that you desire. So Spirit is also coming through saying that there's going to be a moment where we need to kind of let go of where we're currently rooted in our life in order to kind of start the journey of getting where we really desire to go. There's something coming up here where we're definitely needing to let go, group number one. So Spirit's coming through just letting you know that it may be time to begin thinking about those things. I also think it's going to happen naturally for you. I don't think you're going to have to like fight for it or struggle to make this decision. I think it's going to happen naturally in the right amount of time. So luck and right timing. So the wheel is turning, the wheel is already turning, and it's going to land where it lands. And we may need to surrender to some of those things. Some of those things are already accumulating in your life, and there may be something that's outside of our control at the moment that's leading us, you know, because of our past choices, it's leading us to somewhere. And Spirit's coming through being like, please surrender to this, because this is meant to happen in order for you to really get where you truly want to go. So there's something we may have to kind of like accept in our kind of current reality. And then we also have the card here of sensitivity. So Ascended Master Lady Nada and Rhodochrosite. Rhodochrosite deals with relationships. It is the crystal of relationships and healing relationships. We have a lot of relationship healing cards coming up for you, group number one. So if there has been stuff kind of happening lately, again, within your friends, your family, or love relationships, this is something we may have to kind of surrender to a little bit and let it kind of play out and go with the flow of this. It is healing. You are going to be doing a lot of healing here, and you are getting to a very beautiful outcome. Again, the Nine of Cups is such a great card of getting what you truly want, something that you've been wishing for, and something that you're going to be sitting there very proud that you've accomplished it. And the universe is your partner. Take the universe's hand and trust it. If there's things happening in your life right now that feel like they're kind of blocking you from getting what you want, it's maybe because the universe has something else in store for you. That is what I'm hearing. The universe has something else in store for you. It has a different outcome. So if we're forcing a certain outcome, it's because we need to be aware that there is like a better outcome for us. There's a better outcome is what I'm hearing. So I'm hearing go with the flow, surrender to it. You are weaving a brand new destiny, and certain things are going to be falling out of your life, but they're falling out of your life for a purpose. And again, I'm seeing this healing happening, and I'm seeing like a good connection. I don't think that you're going to have bad connections in your life. I really think that they're going to be healing and becoming better than ever. You're going to become closer with your friend group more than ever. Much, much, much closer. I'm seeing a very supportive friend group coming into your life as well. And I'm seeing family getting closer as well. I'm seeing you becoming closer with your family and closer with your friends in a way that I think you're going to have some of the most beautiful people in your life 5 years from now, group one. In 5 years from now, you are going to have some of the bestest friends that you could have ever asked for. And some of them are your current ones that you have right now that you're doing even more healing with and getting even closer to them. And certain ones are new ones. And if I could explain to you the energy that I'm getting with this friend group, you wouldn't even believe me. It's such a beautiful energy. It's such a tight-knit group that really loves and supports you, where you're like, wow, I didn't even know friends like this existed. Like this is really great. So that is another thing that I'm seeing for you there. So group one, that is what we have for you. Another thing that I really want to do is take our Astro dice, and we're going to take the zodiac sign dice. We're going to roll both of these twice in order to get the top 4 zodiac signs that are going to be the most common or most likely to be in your life in 5 years from now. So this could be somebody's sun, moon, or rising, or it could even be reflecting your own. So let's see what we get for you for the most common zodiac signs. So we have Pisces and Libra coming up for you. We also have Gemini and Aquarius. So Pisces, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius are the top 4 zodiac signs that are coming up for you, group number 1. So those look like they're going to be the most common people in your life that are either going to enter your life and they're going to be new people, or it may also be people that you currently have in your life that you may be getting closer with, or you'll see a lot within these next 5 years. So that is what we have for you, my loves. One last thing I want to do, actually. One last thing I want to do is roll all of these together just to get some last information. I'm honestly feeling like maybe Spirit has something else to say about this group as well. So let's see. Ooh. One dice just wanted to go completely rolling. We'll see what that is in a second. That'll be our little mystery dice. But we have the 4th and 7th house. Wow, okay. This makes total sense because earlier we were talking about your home life changing, and we've been also talking about your relationships. And what do these 2 houses represent? The 7th house is the house of relationships, and the 4th house is the house of home life. So the fact that we have Uranus coming up, I'm definitely seeing some interesting change in friends or close partnerships. This could even be romantic, or even some shifts again in your home life. It looks like there's some new stuff coming up and you're really connecting with where you want to go and where you really want to root yourself. And I'm also seeing some creativity kind of happening around relationships and subconscious sort of patterns that are going to be healing for you, and some certain changes. We're no longer going to be sort of like denying certain things. It looks like you're finally really looking at who's really in your life, and I think there's going to be new people entering, and it's going to almost be like fantasy like relationships that are entering into your life. We're also going to go ahead and grab this other dice and see what this other one was. Of course, I'm attached to the camera with my microphone cord, so this may take me a second to actually go and get this. Okay, and our other dice was Virgo. So the moon and Virgo and 4th house, some of you are waking up. Okay, I got goosebumps. I literally have goosebumps on my arms. I don't know if you guys can see this. Literal goosebumps coming up. Ooh, it's on like both of my arms, like really strong. But Virgo, the moon, 4th house, some of you are awakening your witchiness. Like, and some of you may be apprehensive to the word witch, which I totally understand. But the best way I can explain it is awakening up your spiritual side. Some of you may be getting into like doing like like manifesting type of stuff, or even sort of just like candle magic. And there is such a thing as white magic that's very good and positive, right? And then there is, of course, you know, not so good magic that we should definitely stay away from. What I'm seeing for you is getting really in touch with nature and awakening your inner gifts. And using, like, I'm almost seeing some of you using the earth to do like spell work, but very positive, like growth sort of spell work. I'm seeing some of you changing up your diet and kind of really getting into like health. I'm seeing health coming up for you. I'm also seeing just learning how to kind of manifest the reality of your dreams, but using sort of like a little bit more of those witchy practices, but I'm seeing it coming out in a very positive, very loving kind of way, and things like that. So very interesting little message I got when I saw Virgo with the moon there and that 4th house energy. A lot of you are gonna like start to take on a lot more spiritual practices in your life. If that doesn't make sense for you, and if that's like just way out of the books for you, and that's like way just not right. Another aspect of Virgo would be kind of making new plans and new foundations around your home life, and kind of perfecting things a little bit more, and being a lot more organizational and intentional around your home. So some of you are just getting things in order in the next 5 years, and it seems like you're up-leveling and upgrading your home life and making it a lot more comfortable and a lot more of a beautiful space to kind of reside and be in. So a lot of you are changing up your home life in that way, and it's going to be a lot more beautiful and comforting when you arrive home. So it's another aspect or way that you could read those. But that is what we have for you. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Group number 1, honestly, Spirit keeps telling me pull more cards. I don't even know what to say right now, but we're gonna listen to Spirit, and we're gonna go ahead and just pull one more card or 2 cards here. Okay, let's see. These are some advice cards from Spirit. So we have music. There is melody to be heard in the deepest parts of the woods if we only we listen. So Spirit's coming through with some advice in your current life right now, telling you that there is a song playing in your life right now. There is beauty in your life right now. There is harmony in your life right now, even if you do not see it. We only need to listen. If we open up our ears to see the harmony and see the good, if we open up our eyes and our perspective to see the beauty that's in our life right now, we will be able to see it. And Spirit's telling you right now, your life is beginning to harmonize. You're going through a harmonization time where certain things will be falling out of your life. So for example, if we're going to create the best song in the world, there's some instruments that are kind of sounding like, and we're probably going to need to get rid of that, okay? We're probably going to need to get rid of some of those instruments if we want to have the best song in the world. So if there's certain things that aren't really working in your life right now, or they're kind of causing a little bit of dissonance, Spirit is coming through letting you know that those are being handled. So keep going with the flow. Don't go against the flow. Go with the flow of the music. Find which melody that you want to, what feels good for you. What is the song of your soul? Go along with that, because that is going to begin harmonizing your life a lot more, and you're going to begin to see what really resonates with you. But you need to be in that exact perfect harmony. So if we're wanting to have our perfect dream life, group number 1, the way that we find who resonates with us, the way that we find our path, is to sit in our best emotion, to sit in our harmony. How can you begin harmonizing your energy? And then when you meet people, when you talk to people, you'll know very well and very clearly who's in harmony with you and who is not in harmony with you. You're also going to see by doing different things what is in harmony with you versus what is not in harmony with you. But you need to sit in your best song. If you're playing your kind of dissonant song and you're kind of like, I don't know where I belong right now and I don't really feel very good. If you're not feeling good, you're not going to be playing that song of your soul in a very clear way. So if we want to get it clear, that is how we do that. Put yourself in a good state. Like get up, dance right now, group number 1, if you want to get into a good state. Turn on your favorite song, dance to it, feel good, imagine your life working out in the best way possible, and that is how you get into that good vibe. Okay, we also have forbearance. Do not be deterred by the thorn amidst the roses. Okay, so if your life, you're kind of reaching a little bit of like conflict right now, do not be deterred by the thorn amidst the roses. Your life is turning out so good. I'm seeing so many good things for you, group number one. So if there's a couple different things that are kind of just like causing a little bit of conflict in your life right now, or a little bit of like fear, hardship, or if you've been talking down to yourself a little bit, do not be deterred by the thorn amidst the roses. The roses are still roses, okay? Your life is still blooming in a beautiful way, so trust it and use the music metaphor to find your way. So that is what I have for you, group number one. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below if you want to see more videos like this in the future, because I'd love to have you there. And hopefully I see you in my next one. Bye. Okay, so group two, if you chose this pile, then this is going to be your reading. So let's get right into it. Okay, so group two, we have the Three of Swords, the Two of Swords, then we have the Seven of Swords being reversed, then we have the Two of Cups upright, and then we have the Seven of Cups being reversed over here. So it's interesting, we have two sevens and two twos. So the number 2 and 7 could be a number that you see a lot in your life. Maybe you're seeing like a bunch of 7s around. Maybe whenever you look at the clock, there's a bunch of 2s or something like that. There's a lot of 7s and 2s, and 2s, whenever they come up, they are a message of a new path emerging. They're also a message of partnership and connecting to what you are meant to connect to. And the 7s represent higher learning and going through a period of up-leveling yourself and learning more, in a period of reflection and just deeper wisdom and deeper learning. So integrating all of those lessons. It's interesting that we start off this reading with all these sword cards, then we ended off with some cup cards over here. What I'm kind of seeing is in your current life right now, it looks like there is an ending of a relationship in your current life right now. And this could be something that's happening over the next 5 years, but it's sort of kind of beginning right now. Some of you have recently maybe just experienced the end of a relationship, but this was somebody who was not treating you right. If you have somebody in your life right now, group number 2, who does not treat you right, there's an ending happening with this cycle. This cycle of this negative treatment is ending, and I'm seeing it coming through the ending of this relationship. And this could be a friendship, this could be a romantic partnership, this could take all different forms, right? So looking at your life right now, is there somebody in your life, group number 2, that does not treat you the way that you deserve to be treated? Nobody deserves to be treated wrongly, okay? Like we don't deserve that. Like I would never wish that upon anybody, right? But it kind of looks like this is something that maybe you've been dealing with in your current moment. And I'm seeing that ending for you over this next 5 years, and you being able to really respect yourself and begin to protect your heart and begin to respect yourself. This Two of Swords over here kind of tells me that there has been this wishy-washy energy when it comes to this relationship, where we're starting to think, or maybe we're kind of blinded to the actual realities of the situation. It's almost as if you know in your heart that you don't deserve to be treated this way, but then there's part of you that keeps giving yourselves reasons why, and you're like, oh well, the reason why that this happened is because of blank, and it's almost been confusing you because it's almost like you are trying to make up excuses for this person in your life in order to be like, oh well, I understand why that is. But I see you over the next 5 years beginning to really take that blindfold off, that mask off, and beginning to see the truth of what is actually happening. And I'm seeing you doing so much higher learning where you are up-leveling yourself in so many different ways. I see you working on yourself. I see you really starting to take charge of your own life and doing some inner reflection where we're really starting to think about why we ended up where we are, so that we never need to go down this path again, and so that we can build up, a lot more self-respect. Maybe we're needing to work on our skills of communication or confrontation, or boundaries could be a big one, because Two of Swords is all about boundaries. So a lot of you will be learning how to create proper boundaries in your life so that you don't run into situations like this. And yeah, I'm definitely seeing this sort of realization, because some of you right now may not even be seeing the negativity in this person. A lot of you, I think, are making up reasons why. You don't really want to see the full truth of the matter or the situation, but I feel like that's coming out over these next 5 years. Some of you, you're kind of going through this right now. But I can tell you that in the next 5 years, you are going to meet a very, very significant relationship. This Two of Cups right here, you are meeting your divine counterpart. If this deals with a friend, I'm seeing this being replaced by somebody else. And when I'm looking at this Two of Cups, I'm really seeing a romantic relationship for you. I'm seeing, honestly, for like 90% of you, this is a romantic relationship. Some of you, this could be a friend, but honestly, a lot of you, like 90% of you, this is a romantic relationship coming into your life. And it's going to be one where you're no longer in the dark wondering like, okay, is this the right person? Or do they have like anything scary that I should know about? This person, I think, is so much more open and honest, since we have this Seven of Cups being reversed. When it's upright, it can indicate that we are unsure and that we haven't learned enough to know which one to pick. So when it comes to relationships, it's almost like when you first meet somebody, maybe we didn't have enough like awareness, or well, not enough awareness. I don't want to like put that on you, but you know, when we meet somebody and we're just like, oh my God, I really like them, but then we don't see their flaws until like way later on. You're gaining this ability right now. You're gaining this higher wisdom with this double seven energy. You're gaining this higher wisdom where you can sniff out somebody who has different intentions. You're going to be able to start to sniff out when people have a slightly off energy, and you're going to be able to pick up on that subtle energy, whereas before it's almost like you couldn't, because we would try to deny it, because we like to see the best in people, right? So what I'm kind of feeling for you, group number 2, is you really like to see the best in people. And you know, none of us are perfect. We all have our own flaws, right? All of us, and we're all doing some sort of learning. But when it comes to your next relationship, group number 2, whether that be friendship or romantic, this is going to be someone where you can see all that's kind of coming along in this relationship. You're able to kind of see their energy and their intentions and the negatives and goods within them. All of us have negatives and good sides, right? And we're all like working on ourselves. But I'm seeing this being a relationship where you feel so much more understood and intertwined with this person. You both see eye to eye. Both of these snakes right here, they're looking at each other right eye to eye, which means they are being open and honest with each other. They're on each other's same level. They understand the other's intentions, and they really see each other's souls. You're going to be able to see this person's soul in your life, and it just makes sense to you, and you're able to kind of see all of what they are about. And I also think that it comes with a little bout of mystery. And not in a bad way, not in a way where you're like, oh, do they have bad intentions? Not in that way at all. The type of mystery that this person has is this curiosity that you have about them. This new relationship, you are so curious about this person. They are interesting to you. You can't wait to get to know them more and, you know, peel back that wrapper even more, right? Like, you're excited to get deeper with this person that you are going to be connecting to within these next 5 years. I already see you in a relationship with this person in 5 years from now. So this relationship could come into your life 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. It could come at any time. But within these next 5 years, I already see you in a relationship with this person. I see a lot of you meeting this person within the next 2 years, since we have this double 2 energy coming up. So 2 years from now will be very significant. Or this could even be indicating the month of February. But I'm really seeing this as 2 years from now for a lot of you. And the number 7 seems to be very significant as well. So even the 7th month, so that would be July. July and February, I think are going to be very significant months, whether that kind of reveals a little bit about that person's birthday maybe, or maybe that will be a significant time of like a relationship blooming or meeting this person, something along the lines of this. I'm really seeing February and July being very important months when it comes to this relationship. I'm also hearing the word March as well, and that could be because we have this 3 over here, which would be the 3rd month, which is March. So I'm seeing those months being very significant, and I'm really feeling most of you are meeting this person in the next 2 years, and then 5 years from now, it's already like the relationship has developed a lot more, and you've discovered even more about this person as well. So I'm definitely seeing this kind of stuff taking place. The number 2 could also be significant for those of you that are still in a relationship that might not be very good. This could indicate that, 2 months from now, or, February, or something along the lines of 2 could be significant regarding the current person in your life if that person is still in your life. Okay, so group number 2. It's also interesting, you're group number 2, right? So we have a lot of 2 energy for you. A lot of you are probably seeing 222 because you're group number 2. Then we have the 22. We also have double 7 here again. So there's a lot of change that's about to come into your life, group number 2, and it's going to be welcoming in a new person into your life, someone who is much more on your level. So let's see what else we get for my lovely group 2s. We have the Peace card coming up for you. So I'm definitely seeing in your life inviting in a lot more peaceful energy and no longer having a chaotic or harder kind of relationship in your life. Okay, so there's like a new beginning coming in for you. And we have the Passion card, and also letting go. Okay, so passion, we have master number 11. So a lot of you are learning what real passion is. And I think that you have like a passion in your life, like you desire to have something passion, but some of you also may be looking at this, and I'm seeing some of you are looking at this being like, that is fantasy that only happens in movies. I don't know why I heard some of you saying that. And I think it's because some of you right now are kind of just dealing with this stuff still. But I want you to know that this does really, really, really exist. And it's going to start coming into your life as you begin letting go. As you begin letting go of the people that don't treat you right, you are going to start beginning welcoming in true friendships and true romantic partnerships as you begin to let go. But it's very much tied to you letting go of the past and you being able to really start to free yourself and no longer put up with that. As you put up those proper boundaries to your past, you're going to notice that you begin aligning to the right path that is going to bring you to a partner that truly, truly understands you and gets you and sees eye to eye with you and is on your same level and has your same values and desires, because that's obviously really important too in a relationship. I'm seeing equal values. I'm seeing same desires and path in life. That's why you're able to intertwine with this person very well. I see that you're both on a very similar path, so it works very well. It's almost very natural. I'm seeing all of this transpiring in a very natural way because it's really easy. It's almost like puzzle pieces. It's able to fit in together very well, whereas prior it looks like it was a bit of a struggle because there was a difference in values, there was a difference in understanding roles in relationships, there was a difference in understanding each other, whereas this other relationship that I'm seeing is like this puzzle piece where it just interlocks, and it interlocks to where you feel so secure and tight and good, and it feels like it fits, it feels like it was meant to be, and it's going to feel so much better. The next couple cards that we have here, we have the Liberation card. So those of you who chose this group, you are being liberated from your past. I think that you're going to be gaining good closure and you're finally able to transcend and let go of your past. You're being able to transcend that. So if you're still stuck on that right now and you're wondering, how am I ever going to let that go? The Liberation card, you're going to be liberated from it. It is going to fall to the wayside. You won't have to deal with it anymore. We also have the Stillness card coming up. Some of you may feel like there's a period of just like stillness and quiet. And I think that this is very important for you to kind of go through this learning stage and this letting go stage. So if you feel like you're in a little bit of a stillness, it's because that there's this letting go stage, but it's bringing you and aligning you to this new path where this positive relationship is on. I also think that in this new positive relationship, it's going to have like a calmness. There's a calmness in the air. I think that's also why we have this stillness card. It's like there's this calmness, this stillness where we're able to just feel comfortable just being with each other rather than feeling like things need to be happening or there's drama happening. I think this card is also representing that there's no drama here. It's a calm relationship that we're able to sit within peace. There is still passion in it though. It's like peace and passion. Okay, so the next couple hearts, we have falling angel, spiritual narcolepsy. Some of you may be having like some sleepless nights right now. Some of you may be feeling like it's hard to sleep. Maybe some of you are getting some bad dreams lately. Because narcolepsy can be like when we can't sleep and then all of a sudden we're so tired and then we sleep for way longer than we thought. So some of you may be having weird sleeping patterns lately, and this is the transition that I think that you're going through. And it could feel like you're falling from your high horse at some point within the current moment. So some of you may be feeling like you're losing something, or you're falling, or you're like losing grip on something that, like a relationship that you've worked so hard for. So some of you are feeling like it's out of your control and we're kind of just falling. And this is bringing you to the best case scenario. I promise you. Group number 2. This is bringing you where you're really, really meant to go. Imagine being on like cloud 9 and then you're falling from it and you're like, what the hell is going on? And it's because you're meant to fall, because you're going to fall basically on this shooting star that's going to bring you to beyond what you ever thought was possible. You thought cloud 9 was it. You thought that was what it was supposed to be. And then you go way beyond that and you're like, wait a minute, that was not cloud 9. There's a whole new, I've transcended cloud 9. We're on a whole other level now. This is what I'm seeing in this card. There is a whole new doorway opening up for you. It's a whole new reality is honestly opening up for you, group number 2. I'm seeing a whole new reality opening up for you. So don't feel like you've fallen through this time of like letting go. Don't feel like you're out of control. Don't feel like circumstances are against you. They're actually working for you, because look at what it's leading you to. It is leading you to the 2 of Cups, and that is such a beautiful card, and it indicates the starting of a brand new, amazing relationship, and I believe that is coming for you within these next 2 years. We do also have the card of stars in the sky, so limitless possibility. It's bringing you to the stars. You're a fallen angel, but it's bringing you back up to the stars. You were on cloud 9, but it's like you're an angel that was meant to reach for the stars, not just the clouds. So this limitless possibility, I believe that you're transcending beyond. I also believe that this is going to be a huge spiritual awakening for a lot of you. This sort of falling is going to be a massive, massive spiritual awakening. I think you're going to get more in touch with your soul through this process. It's almost like you're awakening who you really are through this process, because it's finally like, sometimes we need to, I'm getting a whole vision. So it's almost like you're a bird in a nest, okay? And you're a new bird, and you are comfortable being in the nest. But now the universe is throwing you out of the nest. You're this falling bird. You're basically this falling bird through this process. But this is the universe teaching you how to fly. This is the universe removing these past limitations that you had on yourself. I really see that you had past limitation, group number 2. That is why the universe is throwing you out of your nest. They're throwing you out of your comfort zone. This may feel like a process that's really uncomfortable for you, group 2, but my hand is itchy too, and this left hand, you feel like you're losing something, okay? Left hand is a little bit of, I believe that it's a loss but gain, if that makes sense. So, and that hand's like really oddly itchy right there. And I never get itchy hands, like that just doesn't happen. So I don't know. But anyway, also, I'm sorry about my finger. It's definitely very, I had a hangnail. But anyway, yeah. So what's happening for you right now is you're that bird falling from your nest, and you're like, universe, why would you do this? Like, why would you do this? And the universe is like, Just wait, because this is going to force you to spread your wings. It is going to force you out of your comfort zone. Imagine being a bird that stays in a nest its whole life. It's basically like a bird being in a cage. Yes, the bird probably finds it comfortable, but the bird doesn't even realize that it can fly. It's stuck, right? You were stuck in that nest. You were stuck in that cage, okay? And you may not understand it in the moment. You may not understand why you're being thrown out of the nest, why you're being thrown out of the cage, but it's because it was a cage. We don't want to be in a cage, right? This is really teaching you how to spread your wings. And look at this limitless possibility. You had limitations on yourself. You did not know your potential or what you could reach. And this whole situation, whether you realize it or not, is going to awaken in you your truest potential, because I think that this is going to cause a massive spiritual awakening. It is going to cause lots of like awakenings in many different aspects of who you really are, what you really want, what you're willing to chase after, what truly matters to you. All those different types of things are beginning to blossom and awaken through this process. So in the moment, you may look at it like, oh my God, like, how could this happen? Like, this is crazy. And then all of a sudden, this is the moment where you learn how to fly. And even if you're watching this video right now being like, I'm gonna be the bird that falls to the ground. I'm gonna be the bird that does not know how to spread its wings. You may be thinking that right now. In fact, I know some of you are thinking that right now. You're like, no, I'm not gonna spread my wings. I don't know how that's gonna happen. It is happening. It is absolutely happening. Even if you hit the ground, even if you're the bird that hits the ground, you're gonna be looking up at that nest being like, how do I get back up to that nest? How do I climb back up there? And some of you may be thinking that, but in that process, you're gonna learn how to fly. And then you're gonna look at that nest as you learn how to fly because you're trying to get back up there. That is the moment where you realize like, holy crap, I don't wanna go back to the nest yet. I just spread my wings. This feels so good. I don't think I wanna go back to the nest. And then you start exploring around because all of a sudden you're flying and you're like, shit. This is way better. And I think it's honestly gonna make you forget about the nest. It's gonna make you forget about all of that. Okay? So even though it feels like a harder moment, this is the biggest blessing that you could ever receive. And this is a huge spiritual awakening, like I was saying. I really think it's going to awaken your soul. Like if you look at this card, you're awakening your soul and you're realizing your power, and look at this, all this energy of just receiving and also giving. And yeah, look at this bridge too that they're on. The bridge is so significant. So there's limitless possibility for you. You are bridging yourself to a brand new reality. That's a powerful card. I'm like speechless right now. Like literally getting speechless in this reading. We also have empty well, time to replenish. Some of you are feeling a little empty right now, and some of you through this process of loss may feel a little bit empty. But this is going to awaken in you the energy of wanting to replenish that well, just like I was saying with the falling bird, wanting to get back up to the nest, wanting to reach back up to that. That is going to be when you learn how to fly. Sometimes we need to be knocked out of our nest so that we learn that we had wings. Otherwise, we're not going to realize it. So this is one of those moments. This is one of those moments. Sometimes we don't learn things because we're not forced to, because we're comfortable. So sometimes if a bird is so comfortable in its nest and it doesn't want to leave, even if you told it that it had wings, it'd be like, no, I'm good. I'm good. So even if I came to you right now and I told you like, hey, group number 2, you have wings. And you're like, I just want to get back to my nest. I just want to get back to my nest. It's because you don't realize how beautiful your wings are. It is because you don't realize your potential about where those wings could take you, okay? You may be thinking it's hard. It's hard to learn how to fly. I want to just stay right here. Trust me, your life is going to be so much better through this process. Group number 2, it is going to be so much better. So your empty well is going to be filled back up, but it's going to be filled back up on a soul level. You are learning how to fill yourself with happiness from a soul level through this process, rather than finding happiness through the external, rather than finding happiness just through being in your same nest your whole life. You are finding so much more. So much more, okay? So I'm really seeing this process awakening you in such a beautiful way. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get some more cards on this group. So we have Dive Deep, okay? So Spirit, you are getting to know your soul deeply. Oh, I wish I could give you the feeling that my gut has right now, group 2. I wish I could give you that feeling. Ooh, my gosh. Oh, Spirit is giving me a feeling right now. You are diving so much deeper into your soul, group number 2. It feels so good. I'm almost feeling your soul right now and the depth that you are about to discover in your soul. And holy dang, does it feel good. Like, ooh. I really think you're going to awaken your purpose within this next 2 years. You're building your purpose because it's slowly awakening within you right now. It is slowly awakening within you because you're shedding off all that other stuff. And you might be worried as you're shedding your old skin, because it almost feels like, oh, I don't know who I am. As I shed this skin, as I kind of step into this new version of me, as I lose all these other things, you know, it kind of feels uncomfortable. We might feel a little bit naked. We might feel a little bit empty. But with this emptiness, your soul gets to shine. It's almost like you're breaking out of that eggshell, okay, and your soul gets to actually come out. That's what's happening right now. And you're being able to dive deep into there because the shell is being removed for you. And again, it kind of feels uncomfortable, but it's for your biggest benefit. You're going to start diving deep into who you really are. Your purpose is really awakening. Oh my gosh, do I ever feel it? Like it's skin and bones and deeper. Like, it is so deep. And it is such a beautiful feeling. I'm seeing a lot of you getting into a process of maybe even meditation. Some of you getting into a process of wanting a little bit more stillness and peace in your life. And I'm speechless again. Group 2, you keep leaving me speechless. Wow. We also have a lot of number 7s coming up again. That's another thing that I really want to kind of point out right now. We have a 7 right here with the 2 and the 5. We have a 7 right here with the 1 and the 6. And we have a 7 right here with the 5 and the 2. Tons of 7 energy. We also have this rebirth energy with the 19. And we also have this 6 energy, which is all about getting your life back in harmony, okay? And then we also have waiting. Some of you may feel kind of like kind of stuck, and we're like waiting for something to happen. This is really happening for your benefit to push you onto this new path. I'm really hearing from the universe. The universe keeps telling me, like, trust it, tell them to trust, tell them to trust, tell them to trust. But practice spreading your wings. Even when you fall down, practice spreading your wings. So practice reaching for more. Some of you may be really interested in improvement right now, like self-improvement type of stuff, or like learning, doing some deep learning. Some of you may be interested in taking courses with that 7 energy that we have. A lot of this 7 energy is higher learning, taking courses. And some of you may be interested in stuff like that. You may be spending your time like reading books or researching stuff online. We also have soul work. A lot of you are wanting to improve your soul. A lot of you are wanting to just do a lot of like self-realization type of stuff. I see you putting in the work on something, a big dream that you had. Like the courage to actually go for it is awakening within you. The know-how, the means is sort of kind of coming to your awareness about how you can start it right now. Let's see what else we get for you. Group 2. Group 2, what else do we get for my lovely group 2s? We have the take risk card. Some of you are scared to leave the nest. Some of you are scared to leave that comfort. Some of you have already been forced to leave that comfort, but some of you have just been wanting to get back to it. Right now, the universe is coming through like it's time to climb the mountain. It's time to realize, how do we get back up there? How do we get back up to that height? But again, as you realize that, you're going to realize that, holy shit, I had wings and I could go even higher than that. And that's going to be what's kind of transpiring and happening for you within these next 5 years. Okay, so with that being said, we're also going to go into our Astro Dice. We're going to get the top 4 zodiac signs that are most likely going to be the most likely to be in your life over these next 5 years. These could be new people coming into your life, or this could, again, be people that you already know that are going to be within your life very prominently over the next 5 years. Or this could even be a reflection of your own zodiac signs, sun, moon, or rising again. So we're going to roll these twice to get the top 4 zodiac signs. So let's go ahead and see what are the most common zodiac signs surrounding your energy in these next 5 years. Sagittarius and Virgo are coming up for you, group 2. So some Sag and Virgo energy are pretty prominent right now. And then we also have some Leo and Aquarius energy. So Sag, Virgo, Leo, and Aquarius energy look like they're going to be the most prominent. Again, this could be a reflection of your own zodiac signs. This could be new people coming into your life or people that you currently know and are currently dealing with in your life. Now let's go ahead and roll all these together to get any last info on your reading. Oh, and we're also going to pull some advice cards too. So hold on for that. So we have some Pluto energy. We have some first house energy. We have some third house energy. Aries, Gemini, and Venus. So Venus in Gemini in the third, you guys are making new friends, that's for sure. New people are coming into your life. I think you're also learning better ways to communicate your feelings and your thoughts. And over the next 5 years, you're going to become a very good communicator. Some of you may even start doing something creatively dealing with your voice or communication. So like talking a lot, doing speeches, writing even. Some of you may be into that. So some of you, that could be something that's transpiring in your life, but I'm seeing communication opening up, and I'm also seeing that most likely you're going to meet your new person either through mutual friends or online, through social media or other online means, or through other friends introducing you. This is that third house Gemini energy. So most likely this new person coming into your life is coming into your life through things like that. This could also be short travel for some of you. And then we also have Pluto in Aries in the... self-transformation. Say less, okay? Self-transformation. You are transforming all of who you are. There is a whole new you bursting out. Like, you're the caterpillar turning into the butterfly, okay? You didn't even realize you had wings. All of a sudden, you're growing those wings. Oh. This is the butterfly. Pluto is the energy of caterpillar turning into butterfly. It's the whole metamorphosis. You are going through a massive metamorphosis, group number 2. You're going to be a whole new person 5 years from now. I'm going to tell you that. And there's brand new opportunities coming for you. Your life is going to look wildly different than it does right now because you are learning how to spread your wings. And oh my gosh, are you ever getting to new heights within these next 5 years? So, group number 2. Hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope it made sense for you. If you liked it, then definitely give this video a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below if you want to see more videos like this in the future, because I'd love to have you there. And hopefully I see you in my next one. Oh my gosh, wait, super quick, group number 2. I almost forgot. I wanted to pull you guys an advice card. Look at me forgetting about the advice card. Let's see. So Spirit wants to say, ooh, clearing, make room for growth, group number 3. It is time to clear out. It's time to let go. It is time to clear it out. Make room for growth. The only way to make room for growth is to let go of the old stuff that is no longer serving you and that is weighing you down and holding you back from where you truly are meant and desire to go. Time to clear your energy, my love. So again, love you guys so much. I'm sending you all my love, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Okay, so group 3, your life in 5 years from now. Let's go ahead and see what we have in store for you. Okay, so group number 3, we have the Queen of Pentacles being reversed, the Six of Cups, we have the Two of Pentacles, we have the Lovers being reversed, and we have the Sun. I also put a little crystal on top of the male lovers just because this card was a little graphic. So just so we don't get demonetized over here, we're gonna put a little crystal over top of him. But yeah, so here's our cards all about the next 5 years for you and where you're going to be in 5 years. The fact that we start off with the Queen of Pentacles being reversed, this is indicating kind of where you are right now and how your life is going to change and where you're going to be 5 years from now. It is so beautiful that we have this Sun card being your kind of end result 5 years from now, because that is such a good card, group number 3. So I'm very excited about this. The Queen of Pentacles being reversed can indicate that in the moment, maybe we're not making as much money as we are hoping to, or maybe our material world is a little bit out of balance. This can even be when our schedule feels a little bit out of balance, or things that we're really desiring to move towards and commit ourselves to. Maybe we're having a hard time doing that. The Queen of Pentacles, when she's upright, she has her whole life in order. She can take care of her family, her career, her personal life, everything under the sun that you can think of. She is on point with it, and somehow she makes it all happen, and she's like organized her life so beautifully. In the moment, you know, when this card is reversed, it can indicate that maybe we're not meeting all of the things that we're really wanting to meet in our life. So maybe, you know, our personal life is lacking a little bit, or maybe we're feeling like we're not where we want to be within our career. Maybe we have a lot of things that we still want to do. And there's certain things that you desire to commit to, group number 3. There are certain things that you keep telling yourself, like, I want to commit to this. I'm going to commit to this promise to myself. There is a promise that you want to make yourself. And you've been wanting to make this promise for a while. The 6 of Cups, you've been wanting to make this promise for a while, and I think you've tried to do this multiple times before, and it excites you to do it. But it's like, how do we find the time? How to create the time? This 2 of Pentacles is a time card. It talks about juggling different things. Maybe we're also in the middle of a decision, a big decision that could change the entire trajectory of our life 5 years from now. And I see that within the next 5 years, you are making a very big decision that is going to completely alter your outcome in the next 5 years. And I have to say, you are clearly choosing the right option, because you are leading yourself to this Sun card being upright. So this is a very happy place. So in 5 years from now, you are definitely going to alter your life to a very, very happy point and a very happy place. But I'm really seeing you making new decisions in your life and figuring out your time and your schedule. And that is going to be one of the biggest factors in where you're going to end up in 5 years from now, group 3. Because again, there's a promise you've been wanting to make to yourself. And this is, I think, more on a personal level, and it might deal with your time, your schedule, some goals that you're really wanting to reach, because the Pentacles can talk about physical goals. So this could be a health goal, this could be a career goal, all sorts of different things. It could be all the above, right? But you have multiple things that you really want to do, and I really think that you're going to be getting your life together. There's this desire within you to be this Queen of Pentacles. There's this desire within you to be this. But we are currently reorganizing, and I see you are reorganizing your life to make these changes. And I think a lot of these bigger changes, you're going to notice a lot of progress within them within the next 2 years of your life. You're going to notice a lot of progress within them. But it's going to cause a lot of other kind of changes in your life. Also, I'm going to leave this one upright, just because this is the energy that you're becoming and that you're transpiring into over the next 5 years, okay? So you're becoming this Queen of Pentacles. I also think that you may reconnect with either something you used to do in your past. So maybe in the past you used to work out a lot, but maybe we haven't now. So then we're kind of coming back to that. Or maybe we used to eat really healthy and then we kind of got off track, we lost our track, and now we're going back to that. All sorts of different things. You know, maybe your time and your schedule, you were able to be on top of that with a lot of energy in the past. And again, maybe we lost track of that and you're coming back to that. There's something in your past that you're sort of reinvigorating in your life and restarting and resparking. This could even be an important friendship or other relationship in your life that's coming back into your life. But this is going to be a very inspiring one, and it's kind of reconnecting you and helping you sort of remember the person that you truly want to be. And there could even be somebody, like maybe an important friendship or something like this. I also see you forgiving yourself, okay? This is a side note. I also see you forgiving yourself for, you know, maybe kind of like losing track with a goal that you've had. And then I really see you reorganizing in order to make it happen. I'm also seeing a lot of you, and this is kind of this has been a common theme in these readings so far, but I see a lot of you letting go of certain people in your life that have really been holding you down or holding you back. I'm seeing you letting go of them. And this is going to really help you step into who you want to be. There's kind of maybe a couple of like people that you just don't resonate with anymore in your life. Like they kind of may feel like a little bit more of a negative influence, or they're just kind of going in a different direction than you. And I see you kind of connecting to people that are really on your same path. I'm also seeing you being able to really let go of something that you've needed to let go of, and committing to something that you've really needed to commit to, that you feel on your heart and soul that you need to make this choice and commit to this new path. And you're disconnecting from something. There's an important decision here when it comes to, am I going to stay the same, or am I going to make changes and become something new? There's a really important decision in the next 5 years that you're going to be making along the lines of this. And I really see you making a decision to go for what's going to bring you the most happiness and the most fulfillment. And this is a rebirth. The sun does talk about a rebirth and facing our biggest fears. There's been a fear that's been holding you back. There's been a fear of making the wrong choice. This snake coming through on this Lover's card is letting me know that there's been a fear here of making the wrong choice. There's been a fear of upsetting other people. There's been a fear of upsetting yourself and leading yourself to disappointment. There's been a fear about being bit in the ass, for lack of better words, being bit in the ass for making the wrong decision. There's a fear around that. But I see you being able to face your fears. The Sun card comes up right after we've faced our fears and we have this whole rebirth because we've overcome something. We've faced and overcome the battle of whatever this is. So I'm seeing you being able to overcome this. And then the sun is shining again. And the sun also talks about more abundance coming into your life. So if some of you right now are feeling like your finances are a little bit like, maybe we're like just making ends meet, right? And we're like, I really have a desire to save. I really have a desire to accumulate and get to a point of abundance, to where I feel abundant. And I don't just feel like I have enough, but I feel abundant, right? So some of you are really trying to get to that level in your life. And I really see you reaching that level. I see this heightening. Look at all this wheatgrass growing. Like the sun deals with the gold energy, which deals with our money. It's really connected to money. So I'm seeing like I honestly see a lot of you making a new way of making money. There's a new way that you are opening up to making money. It's new. It's a new birth. The sun is that new birth, that new child coming out. So if you're thinking about a side thing, maybe juggling different options here to make more money, to make more abundance in your life, to open up new doorways for you so that you can start living the life that you truly desire. Within these next 5 years, you are creating that other thing. And it may feel like you lack time right now. I see that this is changing. It may feel like you lack time. I see this changing. But I also see it changing because you're really sorting out your priorities. We may be committed to a certain lifestyle right now, but that certain lifestyle needs to adapt and change in order for you to welcome in the new, in order for you to create the new. I'm seeing 2 different streams of income. Look at this, 2 different streams coming into that one sun, to that one abundance. And this is allowing you to create more in your life, group 3. So there is newness coming here where you're able to expand and create more in these next 5 years. So the next couple cards that we have right here, we have the card of flow. So some of you may feel kind of stuck because time feels like it's stopping you and we're not able to flow into what we want. It doesn't feel like we're flowing as much as we want. It kind of feels like we're maybe held back in certain ways. And this card coming up is letting me know that flow is definitely coming back in your life for you in these next 5 years, because you're going to be reorganizing stuff so that flow can begin happening again. If it feels like money has been stuck and not coming into your life, it's because that river's been a little bit dammed up. You're completely clearing that within the next 5 years and allowing for more. We also have this rebirth. So I really think you're going to be replanning your life, not in like such a major way where it's completely doing a 180, but to the point where it just feels like you're reborn. Like a new you is able to like come out and come to the surface and bubble up to the surface. so that you're able to expand into more and create more. So I'm definitely seeing this new stream of income. I'm seeing this whole rebirth. You're getting to the next level. There's a lot more flow happening in your life. The flow of money, the flow of income, the flow of more abundance into your life, so that you're really able to kind of switch gears here and start living a new life for yourself. Because it's almost like you're alchemizing this to kind of create a new path, because you're slightly altering your pathway into this new rebirth. So it's not like you're doing a full, overhaul of your life, but you're definitely kind of changing directions a little bit in order to invite in more into your life, in order to steer it a little bit. So the vision and the sentence that just kind of came to me is like, if you're on a plane and let's say you're flying from like here to Australia, okay, or wherever you live. Maybe you live in Australia. Let's say you're flying from like United States to Australia. So if you're flying from there to there and you take off on your plane, if you even make a slight adjustment, you're all of a sudden ending up on a totally different area of Australia. Maybe you're even ending up, completely missing Australia, right? But if we adjust just slightly, it's like, so if you're not getting what you want right now, it's because maybe you're slightly off. You're even 5 degrees off, like even 1 degree off, you're going to end up thousands of miles off course, right? So there's subtle changes that I see you making, these subtle shifts, this subtle change, and then all of a sudden you're flowing a little bit differently, but it's opening up a brand new realm of opportunities for you because of these subtle changes. There's subtle changes that you've been desiring to make, certain things you've been desiring to commit to when it comes to your personal life, when it comes to your time, and when it comes to what you're wanting to create and do. And those subtle changes that you're going to be finally committing to on a deeper level over these next 5 years is going to cause massive shifts for you. With this sun card, massive shifts. You're on a whole new timeline. Look at, you're literally flipping timelines here with this new sight, because you're envisioning a new future here. So envision yourself. If you continue your life the same way that you are right now, without committing to the things that you want to commit to, what is your life going to look like 5 years from now? Versus if you commit to those things that you really desire to commit to right now, where's that stream, that flow going to take you? Where's that flow going? It's going to switch. It's going to switch. You're going to be on a totally new timeline. You're going to have a completely new outcome. So I see you really making those changes and making those shifts over the next 5 years. And it's going to cause a brand new outcome to start transpiring for you. Ooh, and skywriting, the fates. It's written in the stars, my love. So this shift for you is really written in the stars. This is meant for you. That's why you feel a calling for it. That's why you feel this desire to maybe try it out and go in that direction. You're literally changing your fate as you make these small changes, and they're taking you on a whole new timeline. And I'm seeing this new timeline bringing you so much more abundance and really starting to kind of bring in the people in your life that really matter to you, and kind of, beginning to let go of the ones that kind of don't resonate with you anymore, right? So there's a whole new kind of rebirth coming out through this. We also have, ego sublimation, so vanishing mirror. You're going to totally see yourself in a new way. And I'm also seeing that your appearance is changing. I'm really not sure on exactly what level. So some of you, this could be, again, like just as simple as cutting your hair, like a new haircut, new wardrobe, new hair color maybe, or this could be something on a whole other level of, for example, working out and kind of getting to the physical goals that you're really wanting to get to, and seeing yourself in a whole new way. I think your image is changing. So again, that could be on a small level, such as getting a new haircut, or it could be on a big level, such as like getting on a workout plan, and then all of a sudden like your other clothes don't fit anymore and you need to buy like a completely new wardrobe, because it's like this vanishing, like the old you doesn't exist anymore. 5 years from now, it's almost like you wouldn't even recognize who you are right now, because you're changing on that much of a level. And this doesn't deal only solely with appearance. This card can also talk about the way we view ourselves, our entire self-worth, how we see ourselves. So do we see ourselves as somebody who is like a CEO of a company? Do we see ourselves as somebody who's like, fill in the blank, like whatever, right? The way that you view yourself is changing, because I think you're changing on such a big level that you're not even going to see yourself as that same person anymore. Also, it's interesting. I think both of these numbers equal the same thing here. So the 5 and the 8, that equals a 13, and then the 4 and the 9 equals the 13. So it's both equal to 4. You're changing your foundation of who you are. So your core foundation of who you are is literally changing and vanishing. That's deep, guys. That is deep. My goodness. Okay, so let's see what else we get for you. Group 3, 5 years from now. Group 3, 5 years from now. Okay, I'm definitely feeling both of these actually. Ask for help, recognition, and I'm feeling this one too. Oh, look at that. The magic card. That's one of my favorite cards, guys. We're going to talk about this one after the other two, but this, oh my goodness. There is good stuff on its way, to say the least. Okay. The ask for help card. Some of you are going to be maybe connecting to some person that can help maybe motivate you, or for example, like if you have certain goals, maybe there's going to be somebody in your life that you're reconnecting with and kind of asking like, how did you do this? How did you create this transformation in your life? How did you get to this certain goal? How did you do that? I think there's going to be somebody that you're talking to, and I think this is somebody that you already know, somebody who's already kind of done what you're really wanting to do for yourself. So for example, if it deals with diet, exercise, or career or work or whatever, I think that they're going to be teaching you what they know. I see you kind of like asking for help and kind of learning from other people's experiences. And I really think it's somebody that you know in your life that you're going to be deeply learning from, or maybe even joining on this new journey, because maybe both of you have similar goals that you're wanting to get to. And we also have recognition. I think that you're going to be getting a lot more, like, I think you're going to be praising yourself more for what you're accomplishing and recognizing how far that you've come. I also think in 5 years from now, you're going to be looking on the you that is watching this video right now, and you're going to be thinking like, wow, do I ever deserve a round of applause for making the changes that I did in my life? And it's like recognizing, recognition is recognizing. You're going to be recognizing what you did, recognizing the amount of effort and love that you put into the goals that you have right now. This magic card is also insanely significant and insanely positive. There is an energy of magic coming into your life, group number 3. You are being almost given a gift from the universe. And it's like magic is going to be, honestly, I'm hearing right now from your guides that they're just sending you magical energy right now. And this is a magical energy of transformation, because your guides support this and they know that you're capable of it, and they see this in your future. They see you headed in this direction and they see you doing this, and they're sending you all of the supportive energy right now to unlock this within you. And the magic card also deals with unlocking new skills or talents that you never knew that you had. So if there's something that you're really wanting to do in your life, group number 3, you are being given the energy of those tools. Those are going to start awakening within you. You're going to start stumbling upon experiences and circumstances over the next 5 years that are awakening these new skills within you. Some of you may be going to learn from different places, different things. So some of you may be taking courses, going to school. Some of you may be learning through books or through online videos or things like that. But you're going to be slowly now stumbling upon new things that are going to unlock and awaken within you other skills and talents that you did not know were there. There's certain opportunities that are going to open up for you over the next 5 years that you're going to be like, this happened like magic. This happened so synchronistically that it happened like magic. Okay, so you're fated to end up at the sun level. You're fated to change your path. You're fated to live a different life. You are not you're not meant to stay the person that you are right now, group number 3. You are on the right path. So this is, the correct you that you are right now, but you're shifting. You're completely shifting. Imagine this sun as like a dial that's shifting you to a whole new frequency, one that you're meant to be on. And I know that this frequency looks lower, but this is shifting you to more abundance in your life, okay? This is shifting you to a whole other level both the sun and the rebirth card are here, both signifying rebirth and the flow. Your shifting direction is going to be so much easier and so much better. And this is shifting you to way more magic in your life, okay? So let's see what else we get for you. Group 3, group 3, group 3. So let's go. There we go. Okay, speak truth is coming out. So a lot of you are opening up more authentically. Some of you may have a hard time being super authentic and super open, or some of you may have a hard time kind of just like being honest and just telling yourself like, this is what I need to. I feel like a lot of you have been telling yourself that, but you're opening up a lot more authentically. I almost feel some of you are sharing your story in 5 years from now. Some of you are sharing your story of transformation in some way, helping others, helping uplift others through your story is something that I'm hearing here. We also have the love card. So a lot of you are welcoming in so much more love into your life. Some of you may have a significant relationship blooming in the next 5 years that's coming into your life, and it's going to be something that's very open and authentic for you, something kind of like magical and faded. There's like, I definitely see some sort of new either friendship or relationship blooming in your life, and it's setting your soul on fire. It's something very deep. There's this very significant deep relationship starting. I can promise you that. Group 5, very significant relationship in your life coming. We also have Get Wild. A lot of you are going to become a lot more energetic over the next 5 years. A lot more determined as well. There's a big determination awakening within you, and I see you facing your fears and howling at them, and they're no longer your fears. 5 years from now, you don't have the same fears as you do today because you've already faced them and overcome them, and you've gone beyond. You're going to be a very strong person 5 years from now. Group 3, you're tough, you're strong. Like, you are not the same person you are right now. Okay, I'm going to put this one here so we can still see it. So Get Wild. We also have boundaries. A lot of you are stepping out of your shell and out of your comfort zone for one. And a lot of you are also setting up new boundaries in your life so that you don't run into the same life. You're setting up certain boundaries where you're having certain restrictions, but they're positive restrictions because it's going to help you align your life where you truly want to go, rather than having your energy kind of spreading out everywhere and allowing like anything to happen. It's almost like you're creating these boundaries to really direct your energy in a very specific outcome, in a very specific direction, to say the least. And sometimes we need boundaries to do that. Sometimes we need to have set restrictions and boundaries in our life in order to get where we really want to go. So I'm really seeing you creating that as well in your life. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take our Astro dice. We're going to take our Zodiac sign dice. We're going to take both of these, and we're going to roll them twice to get the top 4 zodiac signs that are most likely going to be the most prominent in your life over the next 5 years. This could be new people that are entering your life. This could be the zodiac sign of people that you already know, or it could be even representing your own zodiac signs, sun, moon, or rising. So let's go ahead and roll these twice to see the top 4 zodiac signs. We have Sagittarius and Aries, so 2 fire signs here, a lot of fire sign energy. So Sagittarius and Aries. And we also have Pisces and Libra. So Pisces and Libra and Sagittarius and Aries look like they're the top most prominent zodiac signs in your life over the next 5 years. These are going to be maybe significant relationships, again, that come into your life, or they could be continuing ones that you have right now that may play a significant part or role in your life over these next 5 years. So let's go ahead and roll all these together now to get any last info on your reading. Okay. We have double 4th house coming up, so a lot changing with your foundation. Your current routine, your current schedule is changing a lot. We also have Mars in Capricorn, and we also have Saturn in Virgo. So Saturn in Virgo in the 4th, you are making brand new commitments, more boundaries in your life in order to set the proper foundation. I heard a very specific word. You're setting the stage. The certain commitments and promises that you're making to yourself right now are setting the stage for your future, group number 3. They are setting the stage. You're committing to something. You are committing to something. And those commitments are setting the stage for your future, and they're completely changing the trajectory and where you're going to end up in the future. Those small changes that you make right now, again, they're going to get you on a completely different course, a completely different outcome. That's wildly different. Those small changes that may seem insignificant right now. If a pilot changes his direction even by 1 degree, by the time he gets to his destination, it's going to be a completely different destination. It's going to be totally different. So, yes. Mars and Capricorn in the 4th, there's definitely taking action on certain goals and commitments that you have, but being a little bit more kind of restrictive and a little bit more strict with those desires, with those actions, and with those intentions and outcomes that we're desiring to get to. But I'm seeing a lot more passion awakening in you, but it all comes along with a lot of commitment. Group 3, I'm seeing a lot of commitment. Commitment's a main theme coming up for you over the next 5 years. So with that being said, let's go ahead and shuffle these last few cards to get any advice from Spirit. These are such beautiful advice cards. Let's see. Group 3. Group 3, 5 years from now, what advice does Spirit have? Wait, oh! The wish card. This is my favorite card that comes up. I love when this card comes up. Take a moment, pause the video, Group 3, because this card is about making a wish. Spirit right now is coming through. The universe right now is coming through. What are you hoping for? What are you wishing for, Group 3? Make it clear. What do you want in your life 5 years from now? Make a wish, and they're promising it's going to happen for you. What do you wish for, Group 3? Make a wish, because this is right now, this is setting the stage of that intention. But when you make a wish, you have to commit to it. So if you're wishing that you're gonna change your health around, commit to that, because it's the way to make that wish come true. That way you're working with the universe to make this energy happen. If you're wishing to have a significant, beautiful relationship, what are things that you can do right now to prepare yourself in order to be the best person that you can be for that lover? How are you gonna commit to this goal? If you're planning on changing around your career or business, or committing to a certain goal within that, what action can you take? What are you wishing for right now, Group 3? And make a wish with the dandelion and the wind, take action. Where is it guiding you towards, okay? Because they're promising you will get there. That is 100% promise from the universe. You're gonna get that wish. What do you want? Wish for it right now, and then take that action and commit to it. You have to commit to that wish though. We also have cleanse. Wash your wary spirit clean and take a walk in the wooded glades. So it's time. This goes along with your wish card, actually. This 100% goes along with it. What do you need to cleanse out of your life in order to get to this wish? What do you need to let go of in your life in order to get to this wish, Group 3? Because this wish comes along with a cleanse. What no longer fits in your life if you make this wish? What do you have to get rid of? What do you have to let go of? Okay? So if we're wanting to make a certain amount of money in our career, what are certain habits that we need to let go of? What are certain beliefs that we need to let go of? What are certain other things in our life that we need to let go of in order to get to that outcome? We don't have to know the exact how it's going to happen, but we have to have an idea of the type of action that we're going to take and what we need to let go of and what's been holding us back. So with that being said, that is Spirit's advice for you. Group 3, that was beautiful. That was powerful. I hope you paused the video to make your wish, and writing it down is even more activating, because it really helps make that intention clear. So with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Oh, I also forgot that that rolled to the 6th house. That was on the 4th house before. 6th house. Trying to change up your routine. Spirit has a message for you. Group 3, Spirit is telling you to change your routine to match. You need to commit and change your routine to match this new goal. So that's a huge message coming up, and what's going to kind of be transpiring over the next 5 years. And you're going to be in this whole rebirth stage where you're completely in a brand new direction. And it's very, very positive. The Sun card is extremely positive. So with that being said, sorry, my camera cut out. So with that being said, sending you all my love. I love you so much, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye. All right, group number 4. If you chose this pile, then this is going to be your reading. So let's get right into it. Group 4. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's first discuss what we have over here, okay? So we have the 9 of Swords, the 10 of Wands, and then we have the 5 of Wands, the 10, or I said 10 because it's the numerology of 10, but the Wheel of Fortune and then the Justice card here. I'm also really noticing an interesting trend that we have going on here. If you look at kind of the Roman numerals that we have at the top, we have 1XXVXX1. So that's kind of like this pattern kind of happening, this balancing. And we have this Justice card, which also deals with balance. Right now, like your life right now compared to where you're about to be is about to do a big flip. It's about to do a big page turn in a good way. So the fact that we start off with the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Wands, the 10s always deal with the closing and the ending of a chapter. The 9 of Swords can indicate that we're going through a stressful period. Maybe we notice that we're dealing with a little bit more anxiety than usual. Maybe we're having a hard time going to bed, sleeping. The 9 of Swords is connected to sleepless nights, having bad dreams, or being fearful about our future. So you might be going through a time in your life right now where you're kind of worried, like, am I making the right decisions? Or what is my future going to look like? Am I moving in the right direction? All these different sort of thoughts. And then the 10s talk about this closing of a chapter. And the 10 of Wands can indicate that at the moment it feels like we've taken on too much. We've taken on a lot of responsibility. And you may feel like you have a lot going on in your life and it might feel like you're carrying a lot of weight. It may be hard to keep up with like the amount of responsibility that you have. It might be hard to keep up with the amount of obligations that we have in our life, you know? And I'm seeing your life completely shifting and this closing of this chapter. We also have the scarab beetle in here, and in the sort of symbolism that we have about the scarab, had a lot of cacao. Cacao is really good. It opens your heart chakra, and so I've been drinking a lot of it lately. But anyway, the scarab beetle is this awakening of magic. The scarab beetle also comes as a sign that you are awakening your magic. And I think one of the reasons why you're awakening your magic is because you're going through a little bit of a hurdle at the moment. And it could feel like, again, you're dealing with a little bit of anxiety and you're carrying a lot of weight. But this is similar to when we put stress on the body. Certain stresses can actually be a good thing. And what Spirit is coming through right now saying is that the current things that you're dealing with are actually going to be a blessing in disguise. It's not like we should go out seeking stress, right? But certain stresses are healthy. For example, like going to the gym and lifting weights. If we lift the right amount, it's actually very healthy for us, right? So what I'm seeing is that there's like a new magic awakening within you through what you're dealing with right now. There's a new magic awakening within you through whatever you're going with. And this is going to start awakening you in different ways. The 5 of Wands that we have right here can talk about a little bit of an internal conflict that we're going through. So we may be sorting stuff out internally, and it may feel like we're carrying a heavy weight because we're sorting out which direction we want to go in. Maybe we have some like disagreements or opposing opinions with other people in our life. So maybe we really want something, but somebody else wants something kind of different. And so maybe we're dealing with a little bit of that, or we're dealing with it internally at the moment. We're still sorting out and figuring out exactly what it is that we want, or we're figuring out how we can make it happen. If you notice any resistance happening in your life right now, group number 4, in the next 5 years, this is going to be sorting out. In fact, I see this sorting out very soon for you. I see all of this stuff being sorted out within the next year. I don't even think it has to take that long for a lot of you. But the ending to this cycle is approaching very rapidly for a lot of you. And I think you're going to be out of this at the very least within a year. And your whole entire fortunes are shifting and changing. So the Wheel of Fortune reminds us that whenever we're on a downward spiral, whenever we're dealing with hardship, we're getting prepared and getting ready for a turning point. And then it starts going back upwards. So all of your past experiences are actually leading you up to this turning point. All of your experiences right now are accumulating and leading you up to this really big turning point in your life that's going to be taking place. I'm seeing October being a very significant month for a lot of you. The month of October and the month of May. October is very significant though, I have to say. October for a lot of you I think is going to be a very significant month in terms of this turning point and the ending of hardship. the Justice card coming up as well, November is going to be the moment where things start balancing out for a lot of you. And you're going to be sort of receiving a lot of goodness for all of the amount that you've been putting in. So you've been putting in a lot of work, you've been putting in a lot of effort, and we always get rewarded for that, right? So whatever we put out, we get back. And Justice reminds us of that. So things were balancing out, and now you're on this, you've cleared your karma, basically, group number 4. You have cleared your karma through all of this, and you're doing a karma clearing, and you're also going to start raking in really good karma for the good things that you've put out. But you're clearing up any sort of negative karma that you've had in the past. It's all clearing up right now, and you may be wondering, like, hey, what did I do though? Like, what happened? All of us have karma that kind of accumulates over time, right? And even if we're going through negative circumstances when we've never done anything wrong, that always gets repaid to us with good karma. Everything has its way of balancing itself out, and Justice reminds us of that. So if you've been kind of dealing with some hardship, get ready, because the wheels are about to balance out. You're about to go on this upturn, and the upturn is equal. The amount of goodness is always equal to the amount of kind of negativity that we've had to endure. It's always equal. Not that we should ever seek out negativity in order to get positivity, because we can also get positivity through positivity. When we give out positive things, when we give out happiness, it comes back to us tenfold, okay? So that's something important to remember. So there's a lot of like goodness and this huge page turn that's about to happen in your life, group number 4. You're about to go on this huge upturn where you're going to be raking in a lot of goodness, and it's almost going to feel effortless. Like on the upturn, it feels effortless for us to get out of bed. It feels effortless for us to move forward in life. It feels effortless for us to get to the goals that we want to reach, because it's almost like the universe is just pushing us up. It's just pushing us up, right? Not that we don't have to put in any work, but you are going to feel a lot more effortless, and it is going to be this kind of like upturn in your life that's going to be very positive. It's going to feel very good. The next few cards that we have salvation. So a lot of you are, you're really getting to your goal and ending this negative pattern. There's an ending to this. This is really starting to close up in your life, and I feel like a lot of you, October is going to be that significant month where a lot of this closes out for you, and the month of November is when I think a lot of stuff starts changing around. We also have the card here of compassion. A lot of you, I think, are going to get into a much better emotional state and get your emotions under wraps. I also think that you're going to be receiving a lot of compassion from other people. So if you've kind of been feeling a little bit secluded or a little bit alone lately, I really think that there's going to be certain people in your life that are giving you a lot of time, energy, compassion, and love. So that's something that I'm seeing happening. Well, we also have the card of knowledge, Athena. She's also this like warrior goddess kind of energy as well. So I'm seeing you really stepping up to the plate to face whatever it is that you're going through. And I also see you learning a lot of wisdom through this time. And it's going to help propel you forward in the rest of your life so much. Again, kind of like going to the gym and building that muscle. You're going to have that muscle then for a long time, as long as you also learn how to sustain it too, right? So I'm seeing a lot of positive growth happening through this, and then this ease starting to kind of come into your life of us kind of raking in a lot of good stuff almost all at once. Like I really see this pour, this almost waterfall of good energy coming into your life, because you've been kind of dealing with this for a little bit. There's this waterfall of good energy coming in, and it's almost like things start happening one after the other of like, oh my God, I finally got this goal. Oh, that goal, that opportunity just opened up. This door just opened up, like this, oh my God, like what? How is this all pouring in all at once? It's going to start flowing into your life in that kind of way is what I'm seeing here, group 4. The next few cards that we have the needing direction card. So what do you truly want in your life? I see that this 5 of wands that we had earlier, this was that card that was indicating that we need to sort out exactly what it is that we want. So if we're lost in space and we don't know exactly what we want yet, we may find that this part lasts a little bit longer. This may be harder to get out of. I see that it's right when you make a decision, right when you have clearer direction in your life and you make a decision, the whole universe is going to start transpiring in that direction for you. The whole universe is going to start opening up that pathway for you. But it's not until we create that direction. So within the next 5 years, I'm seeing you figuring out exactly what you want. And I really think for a lot of you, again, this is happening by October or by May, depending on what time of year you're watching this, because this is a timeless reading. So if you're closer to the month of October, this is going to happen in October. If you're closer to the month of May, this is going to happen in May, depending on when you're watching this, because again, it is timeless. So around this time, this is when more direction is coming into your life, because you are finally deciding what you desire, and then the path begins opening up for you. We also have the wall obstacles card coming up. So a lot of you have been feeling this wall, and this wall has been coming into your life because we don't really know the direction we're going in. There's this keyhole that's right here. This almost looks like a keyhole, right? The shape of a keyhole. The key to getting over this wall that's in front of you is deciding where you want to go, because the pathway is going to open up. Literally, it's a doorway. You're standing in front of a doorway. You think it's a wall. You think it's a wall in front of you right now, but it's a doorway. And the only way to unlock that doorway is to decide where you want to go, because that's going to be the path that then appears beyond that door. That's going to be the door that opens. It looks like you're standing in front of a wall, but you're actually standing in front of all these different doors in front of you. And depending on what you decide that you want to do and what direction you want to go in, that's going to be the door that opens for you in the next 5 years. So that's kind of the image that the universe is giving me for the direction that you're going in, and what's going to kind of be transpiring and how that's going to look. So as soon as you kind of decide that very clear direction, that door is going to begin opening for you again. So with that being said, let's get into our next few cards here. So group 4, what else do we have for group 4 for the next 5 years? Ooh, we have discernment. So making decisions and discernment. So using your discernment to make clearer decisions in your life. What do you really want, group 4? Clearly have that direction and believe that it's possible. Step out of your own way. Let that door open for you. Go in that direction. Okay? And discernment of like, what is it that I really, really want? We also have gentleness coming through. I think your life is going to be, the universe is waiting. The universe is being easy on you, and you might be like, what? But I'm seeing a lot more ease coming into your life, where the universe is like throwing in so much more goodness, so much more ease, like so much more ease. There's a lot more ease coming into your life, but it comes through, you know, making a decision. And as you do, it's like the tides turn. The tides are turning as you kind of sort through this internal conflict that you've been going through right now. You might be questioning yourself a lot, or questioning like, should I go in this direction? Am I meant for this direction? Is there a different direction for me? Like all these different questions might be in your head. And Spirit's really saying like, sort this out. As you sort this out, again, that wall in front of you turns into a door, and it'll lead you right on that path and begin revealing that path for you to go down. So let's see what else we get. We also have speak truth. A lot of you are opening up more authentically over the next 5 years, being able to really open up about what it is that you truly want without worrying about stepping on people's toes or disappointing people. We're finally feeling a lot more comfortable just speaking our mind. We also have nature. So some of you may be spending more time in nature. There could be an important trip or vacation, like a big vacation coming up for some of you, if you've been wanting to spend more time outdoors. We also have reclaim. So reclaiming your power, especially if you feel kind of a little bit powerless in the moment, or if you've been feeling a little bit more powerless in your life lately, you are reclaiming that power. You're reclaiming your throne. Look at this cat, like this feminine energy. That's that cat energy. So the feminine energy is nurturing. I see you reclaiming your power to nurture yourself, to be easy on yourself, to think about what it is that you want to create, because feminine energy is also the energy of incubation, incubating an idea, to go for it. And then taking that action on it afterwards, which is that masculine energy. So this is what's kind of happening and transpiring over the next 5 years. I'm seeing the most major shift and turning point happening in October or May, depending on what time of year you're in. And it comes when you make that decision, and life is going to start balancing it out, and you're going to start noticing again a lot of pouring in of all these things that you've been really wanting in your life. those are going to start pouring in to your life. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take our zodiac sign dice, and we're going to roll them twice to get the top 4 most prominent zodiac signs in your life over the next 5 years. This could be a reflection of your own zodiac signs. This could be a reflection of somebody's sun, moon, or rising. So such as people who are about to come into your life, significant people that you're about to meet over the next 5 years, or even people that you currently know. So let's roll these and see what we get. So we have Leo and Virgo coming up. And we also have a Virgo again. We're going to roll this one again. And Scorpio. So Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, and Cancer coming up as the top 4 most prominent zodiac signs that are most likely going to be in your life over the next 5 years. You may not even know these people yet. These could be new people coming into your life, just as a reminder. But yes, let's go ahead and roll all these together now to get any last info on this reading. Oh, and we're also gonna, before I forget, we're also gonna do some advice cards right after this. But we have Pluto in Scorpio in the 5th house. So some major changes when it comes to your hobbies and the kind of more passion activities that you have. Your passions may be changing. You may be uncovering a new passion over the next 5 years. Yeah, I'm really seeing you uncovering a new passion, actually. That's hitting home when I'm looking at this. I think you're really going to transform and uncover a brand new passion that you didn't even know existed. We also have Uranus in Scorpio. Again, we have double Scorpio in the 3rd house. So there could be things changing in regard, it could meet a new significant person. Uranus, Scorpio, 3rd house. Some of you are meeting a new significant person in your life over the next 5 years. This person is going to end up being a very close friend and a very deep friend. This can also be representing your dating life, this 5th house energy. So your dating life may change for some of you. I'm not feeling like that. I don't feel like that message. I don't feel like that message is for all of you. Some of you may also have kids, because the 5th house can also deal with children. And since we have Pluto, there could be children in your life in 5 years from now, for those of you who chose this group as well. So those are the different changes that I'm seeing within these specific astro dice here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and shuffle these cards just to get any last information for my lovely group 4s. So we have path. Oop. Wander on the path less traveled. What you find might surprise you. So some of you are maybe kind of apprehensive to go down a new path, but it looks like over the next 5 years, you will be kind of exploring new options and new paths for yourself. And what you find may surprise you. Some of you may be surprised with new stuff that's kind of opening up for you that you didn't even believe was possible for you. We also have the kindness card. Take respite by a pond and be kind to yourself and others. I'm seeing a huge change in your mindset, your mind frame, to be a lot more kind, peaceful, and to kind of go in a new direction that really serves you rather than disserves you, okay? I'm seeing like a whole new path opening up, one that's much more gentle and kind and compassionate. I'm seeing more love coming into your life as well, and I'm seeing you being more discerning when it comes to who you spend your time around, and I'm seeing you being a lot more discerning who you spend your energy with. I'm seeing you being a lot more discerning when it comes to your dating life. I'm seeing you become a lot more discerning when it comes to what path you truly, truly want to be on, group number 4. So lots of big changes with that, lots of new sort of shifts in direction, and a huge just up level and upturn in your life happening very soon. So that is what we have for you, group number 4. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below if you want to see more videos like this in the future. I'd love to have you there, and hopefully I see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number 5s. If you chose this pile, then this is going to be your reading. So let's get right into it. Okay, group 5. We have the Queen of Wands upright. We have the 2 of Wands upright, the Knight of Cups upright. We have the Knight of Wands reversed. Then we have the 4 of Wands upright. So your life, this is kind of representing your life right now. And then this over here is representing in 5 years. So this is kind of your transition and how it's going to sort of change and where you'll be in the next 5 years. So in the moment, I see that you have a lot of passion. You have a lot of dreams. I think that you're a big dreamer, group number 5. And the Two of Wands right here says that you have plans and goals and that you're almost just like looking out into the world, almost envisioning what you want your life to be like in the future. Maybe not specifically 5 years from now, but a lot of you have like certain goals and certain ideas that you'd really like to manifest into your life. And I'm also seeing a lot of you have a lot of passion and creativity within you, whether or not that you actually utilize that right now or not. I'm just seeing that you have a lot of energy and a lot of passion within you, and that you are a very creative soul, group number 5. Very creative soul. There's certain things that you're really wanting to go towards. The Two of Wands is this stage of planning out what do you want your future to look like? Where do you really want to be? Right now you're kind of still sitting in, your current reality, but you're definitely looking off into the future. And I think that you're somebody who is very future oriented and likes to plan out different things. The Knight of Cups right here signifies that there is an emotional thing that you're going to be moving towards within the next 5 years, and you're going to be making progress, especially in your emotional life. And you're not even at like end goal within like 5 years from now, but there's a lot of progress being made. In fact, since we have the Four of Wands right here, I would not be surprised if some of you either get into a committed relationship or get married or move in with a significant other. I'm definitely seeing the next stage kind of happening and transpiring with a significant other. So if you are single right now, I see love coming into your life and a deep commitment being made within the next 5 years. I'm honestly seeing for a lot of you also moving in together, buying a home, renting a home, whatever the case may be, and also having a big celebration. The Four of Wands can deal with marriage and getting married. And if that is something that's out of the books for you, if you're watching this and you're like, oh my God, there's no way I'm getting married in 5 years from now. If that's absolutely out of the books for you, this can also be interpreted as you moving towards a very big goal. The Four of Wands is a big celebration. A lot of the times it can deal with weddings, but it can also deal with graduations, buying a home even on your own, making an investment into yourself, or just something big in general to celebrate. There's a big celebration happening within the next 5 years for you. And a lot of you, it's setting the foundation for your future. Some of you are graduating from school in 5 years from now, graduating, making a big graduation and celebrating and opening up the next chapter of your life. And this is kind of setting the stage for the next chapter, because the Four of Wands isn't like the end goal. When we get married, there's still so much more that's there to unfold and transpire once we're married, right? Or for those of us who are, this is maybe a graduation or even the opening of a business or something like that, that's just setting the stage for what's to come. So what I'm seeing for you, group 5, is that there's something really big to celebrate. If some of you right now are sort of in a pretty good relationship and you're waiting for that time to come, I'm definitely seeing that coming in the next 5 years, and I'm seeing it happening. So whether that be 6 months from now, whether that be 2 years from now, any time within the next 5 years, I'm definitely seeing a lot of you reaching a very big milestone in a relationship, making some really big commitments in a relationship, but they're very positive, big commitments. And I'm also seeing you celebrating some big events personally as well. So graduation, setting the stage for a new business, like all sorts of different things like that. All sorts of different celebratory times. I will say though, for most of you, I see this being a relationship, like marriage. I'm seeing marriage for a lot of you. Honestly, like 80% of you, you're getting married in the next 5 years, if you're not already. If you are, this could also be the welcoming of a first child or second child or whatever. The Four of Wands can definitely indicate childbirth and celebrating that too, like gender reveal parties, stuff like that. The Knight of Wands can indicate that we're not rushing this either. It's not a rushed thing. The Knight of Cups indicates that it's coming as we are emotionally ready for it, and it's just going to start happening in your life. So it's slow and steady. It's something that's been coming for a little while. It's something that's been building. So this is clearly something that's been building for you. So in the next 5 years, there is like an emotional great thing that's building, and it is leading to a very positive celebratory outcome. It's going to feel very exciting. A lot of you are just you know, setting the foundation for just a new kind of era in your life. And it's going to be very positive and exciting. So I'm very excited for those of you who chose this pile. This is very exciting. I'm going to just say my early congratulations to all of you, because it definitely looks like this is what is transpiring for you. And it looks very positive. Like the Four of Wands is definitely a very celebratory, fun time. Ooh, the next couple cards, we have the one, this card talking about the past. So there's something that's been building now for a while, something that maybe you've been thinking about for a while. If you've been thinking about getting married for a while, it looks like that's what's really happening. If you've been thinking for a while and been living in this current reality for a while about, you know, going to school and waiting for a graduation, I'm seeing that happening here. I'm definitely seeing a wrap up of the past, or like the fixing of something from the past, something we've been really wanting to do, but maybe it like didn't work out for us in the past. There's something that didn't work out for you in the past, group number 5. Could be a relationship that didn't work out in the past, and maybe we were talking about marriage and it didn't work out, and then we're like, okay, like, but when am I getting married though? When is that going to finally happen for me? This is happening for you now, and it's the right one. There's something that didn't work out for you in the past. So if we had a career in the past and it just didn't end up being the right one, and we were like, ah, oh, that sucks. The next 5 years are this sort of this accumulation of what you're truly actually meant for, and it is working out this time. This time it is working out. So if you're kind of fearful of the past and you're looking out at the past and you're like, hopefully that doesn't happen again, hopefully it's not one of those situations again, it's not. It's not. Okay? This is finally fixing the past. You've learned what you've needed to learn, and it's finally, we're no longer having to go back there. We also have Alliance coming up. Some of you, I think you're also making peace with your past. This is something that's coming up as well. You're making peace with your past. I'm not necessarily seeing that you're becoming like best friends with your past again, but you're making peace with your past, because I think that you're realizing that it brought you here. So a lot of you will make peace with it within. I'm seeing this being more within for you, not necessarily an external, like making peace with the past. I'm seeing this being more within. And I also see maybe some apologies happening in the past. Like maybe certain people from your past are apologizing to you, and then they're maybe wishing you congratulations on this new milestone that you're heading towards. So some of you will get kind of a congratulations maybe from somebody from your past, or again, you're kind of making peace with your past and things are turning out a lot better once again. So I think you're going to receive some messages. For a lot of you, I think you're going to receive some messages from people that you used to know who are just wishing you like congrats and all of that, and it's going to feel really good. And it'll help you kind of move on, is what I'm seeing in here. And I really think that by this time you have already really moved on, but it'll just help you move on even more and just kind of like make peace with the past. There's no longer kind of like resistance or anger towards it or anything like that. We also have Rising Above the Fray. Ooh, y'all, you're getting past the fray is kind of like this broken part in your past. There's something that kind of broke apart for you in your past, which is why you don't rush things anymore. There's something that kind of broke apart for you in your past, but you're able to see beyond. You're really able to see beyond, and you're rising above the fray. It's like, yeah, that fray kind of came out, but now you're just like, you know what, I'm moving past it, so it doesn't even matter anymore. If we were still heading towards that fray and we still stayed stuck in the past, we would head towards that fray again and again and again. But if we can truly let go of our past and get on a new rope, which is what I see you doing, we move past that fray, that break. We no longer have to like focus on it or deal with it anymore. Then we also have joyful music, inspiration. Inspiration is coming back into your life. Honestly, I see a lot more color coming back into your life. Something that's really exciting is happening for you. Something really exciting, and it's like you're creating it right now, and you're getting in harmony with what you really want. We have a number 6 right here, which also deals with marriage and harmony and music and being in harmony with another kind of person and communication linking up, and a lot of understanding really happening here. I'm seeing a lot of positivity around that. Some of you may be also writing something or speaking about something that's really important to you, putting something out there, this expression. I'm hearing the word expression, expressing something very positive and really being able to let go of the past through a means of expression. There's an expression happening, but it's very positive, and it's like this exciting, like, whoo, like I get to express this new harmony, this new song that my soul is singing, and it's going to feel really, really nice. So hopefully that makes sense there. We also have the Horseman, so Herald of Change. We also have a lot of threes, so some of you may be seeing 3 around a lot. So we have 333 coming up here. So if you've been seeing that number around a lot, then I'm curious what number's on here. 36. Ooh, that's a 9, and we also have a 9 right here too. So the closing of an old chapter, and then lots of 3s, which deal with the expression and some celebration as well. So there's definitely a lot of change coming into your life, so be ready for that. We have a lot of cards indicating the aspect of change happening. Let's see what else we have. We have healing. Oh, a lot of you are healing from the past, no longer being scared of running into the past again. Some of you are healing old relationships as well. Some of you, there's a friend that you may not talk to anymore in the current moment, and you're becoming friends with them again. There's somebody, it's a friend though. This is not a past relationship lover. I'm seeing a friend that you're creating a new alliance with again. And a new kind of, you're like renewing that connection with them again. Or at least they're reaching out to kind of maybe apologize, and then you kind of get to a good stage. Maybe we're not going to be super good friends with them again, but I'm definitely seeing like this forgiveness and this alliance. Ooh, we also have memories. So a lot of stuff coming up from the past here, where you're finally able to let go of it because you're really, really moving on to this new chapter, to where the past does not exist for you anymore. It's going to be like, I also think you're making beautiful memories. I'm hearing there's going to be a song that really sticks out to you 5 years from now. There's going to be a song that is almost like it has a deep meaning. There's going to be a song that has deep meaning for you 5 years from now that you don't even, I don't even think you know what it is right now. But there's a song that's going to have really deep meaning, and it's going to be around this event. There's a really important song that'll stick out to you. The alliance, though, yeah, I'm definitely seeing like a friend giving you congratulations, but it's a friend from the past. We also have the Truth card appearing. Someone's going to express their honesty towards you. I think this is a friend from the past who's going to finally like be open with you about all their thoughts. I think you're going to get like an apology letter from a previous friend. We also have turn away. Oof. Some of you, I really don't think that you're accepting this friend back into your life. It's kind of like they're an alliance, but they're not necessarily a friend, if that makes sense. They're not becoming your best friend again, but they're becoming an alliance to where it's like we've forgiven each other, but we're not necessarily like gonna be gung-ho dancing around a circle together. But there is kind of this sense of forgiveness that's coming about for some reason. So however that applies to you, group 5, but I'm definitely seeing this sort of a forgiveness that allows you to really just move on. So that's really interesting. I think someone's going to want to come back into your life. To be honest with you, group 5, someone's wanting to come back into your life, but it feels like you're just really done that chapter because you've opened up a new one. You've opened up a new chapter, group 5. You are getting a lot of your dreams. You're reaching a lot of your goals. You don't have time to just like go back and sit in the past, really. Ooh, that's a lot of cards. Let's see. Okay. Group 5. What else do we get for group 5 for the next 5 years? We have the Warrior. So a lot of you are getting so much stronger, and I think that's also why you're strong enough to kind of turn away from your past, because you're ready to just cut that out. You're so ready for the newness. We also have these Aries ram horns, which indicate a new beginning, and those new beginnings are happening because you're cutting out. You're really setting those boundaries. Like you're like, I don't want to go back into my past. We also have release. So this is the releasing of that past, no longer wanting to go back into it. I think you're definitely going to hear the truth from somebody, and it's going to really allow you to set free and no longer look at the past, which is going to be really significant for you. But yeah, definitely I see you moving on, like leaping. You're leaping into the future. You're going to be so far ahead in your future where that past is no longer enticing to you. It's no longer enticing because you're going to be celebrating these big milestones. You're going to have these events and these big milestones that are so significant. Let's see what else we have. We have surrender, alchemist, and versatility. Yeah, I mean, you've changed. You're gonna have changed a lot. Sorry, I'm stuttering here today, but you're gonna have changed a lot in 5 years from now. Surrender. A lot of you are just rooting yourselves to a brand new foundation. And you're allowing it to be what it is. I don't see you holding grudges anymore. This card is telling me you're no longer holding grudges. You no longer feel any sort of which way. You've really surrendered, and I really see this apology coming in that's going to be significant. But again, we're not like going back into it or anything or revisiting it. And then we have the alchemist. You're going to be changing what was once negative. Things that you kind of see in your life right now as negative, or interactions that you've had that are negative. You're going to be really alchemizing them to something that has turned into an energy or a memory that now serves you, because you've learned from it. It's going to be something that actually serves you. And I really see your self-worth changing as well. The alchemist is like turning lead into gold. You may have used to see yourself as, lead, which is kind of like, it's a common metal, we don't really value it too much. And you're really alchemizing yourself into this gold where you value yourself so much. You see your value. You're able to really feel and see your value. It's palpable, okay? So I'm seeing that being a big significant shift for you as well. So let's go ahead and roll our zodiac sign dice. We're going to roll these twice to get the top 4 different zodiac signs that are most likely going to be the most common and prominent in your life over the next 5 years. This could indicate the zodiac signs of new people that are about to come into your life. This could also be indicating zodiac signs of current people that you know. And it can also be indicating your own zodiac signs. This is going to indicate sun, moon, and rising signs. So let's see the top 4 zodiac signs that we get for you. We have Aquarius and Aries coming up. And we also have Cancer and Taurus. So those are our top 4 zodiac signs that are going to be the most prominent over the next 5 years. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and roll all these dice together to get any last info on this reading. Okay. We have double Sagittarius. That's fun. We have the 10th house and the 7th house. Okay, so relationships and career are going to be very prominent and important. We have Mars, and we also have Uranus. Uranus has been coming up for everybody, I swear. That's crazy. So Mars in Sagittarius in the 7th house. There's going to be a lot of action and moving forward within your relationships. There's a relationship that there's going to be a lot of action in this area. And this is also moving past and beyond previous frustrations with other people. But I'm definitely seeing a lot of action and a lot of shooting forward. Your relationship life is going to look so different between now and 5 years from now. It's going to be almost unrecognizable. You're going to be a whole different person. I think you're going to have a whole different relationship dynamic in your life compared to when you're watching this. Okay? And then since we also have the 10th house, Sag, and Uranus, your career is shifting too, my love. Something with your career, it's expanding, but it's expanding in a really unexpected way. Uranus is always unexpected. Your career is going to expand, Sagittarius, in an unexpected way. Your goals may even be expanding in an unexpected way because the 10th house can also indicate our goals and where we want to end up. There's certain things that are really shifting in your life for you. You're going to be like a whole different person, group number 5. Whoo! So that is what we have for you, a lot of expansion. This can also indicate travel. Some of you may end up traveling for work. There could be unexpected changes in your career to where all of a sudden you get to travel a lot more and you get to expand and explore a lot more. Some of you, if you own your own business, I see that this is going to be expanding for you and getting to new heights. If you work for another company, I see you being able to expand. This could also indicate an unexpected promotion, doing something more and gaining more money because you're moving up in your career somehow. So Uranus and Sagittarius in the 10th house is this major unexpected expansion. And it can also indicate, again, travel as well and learning new things. So somehow learning new stuff is going to help you expand here. And then in your relationships, it's expanding as well, expanding into more. You could be doing significant travel with a partner. You may be getting married somewhere, out of country or out of state. Maybe you're getting married somewhere else. This could be like eloping or like, I don't know, could even be traveling. This could also be talking about your honeymoon. There could be a significant honeymoon in there for you. If marriage, again, is out of the question, I am seeing definitely some spontaneity and expansion and a lot of action happening in your relationship. I don't think you guys are going to be lonely. 5 years from now, I really see something significant happening for you here where there's a lot more happening. There's a lot more going on in your love life 5 years from now. Even if you're already in a relationship, even if you're already married, I'm seeing this still expanding. You're expanding into more, spending more time with your partner, expanding into more goals with each other, having new and bigger visions with each other, all things like that. So with that being said, let's go ahead and shuffle our little advice cards here, just to get any last words from Spirit all about your life in 5 years. So group 5, let's see. Uncertainty, woo! So the shades of gray within the fog will eventually lift. Things that you're uncertain about right now, things that may seem kind of like unknown or uncertain, whether that be within your career or within your relationships. Maybe we don't know where a relationship is going. Maybe we don't know when somebody's going to ask us to take the next step with them. Maybe we don't know when our career is going to expand. Maybe we're stepping into a level of uncertainty right now. But this card says the shades of gray within the fog will eventually lift. So over the next 5 years, it is going to become very clear to you how these are growing and how they're expanding. And I see your relationships expanding, group number 5. And I also see your career expanding as well. So ooh, and the fact that we have relationships expanding, I don't know why I just heard kids as well. There could be conversations around kids for some of you. Maybe some of you already have kids, and somehow your family may be expanding in certain ways, like maybe your brother and sister are gonna have kids or something like that. But I heard kids for some reason, in some sort of way or aspect, your family life is somehow growing too. And that's not usually 7th house kind of stuff. That's usually like 4th and 5th house kind of stuff. But for some reason, I just heard that. I just heard expansion within your family. So again, this could be you having kids. This could be your siblings having kids. This could be siblings getting married and your family expanding in that way, right? This could be you getting married and that expands your family too, right? So I just heard that as well. So that could be very significant for some of you. We also have the card here of learn. So take a lesson from the owls. Deeply observe the night and you'll become a little wiser in the day. So I see a lot of you expanding your knowledge, expanding what you know. I think you might be getting interested in new stuff. We also have retreat. So some of you are going to take some nice vacations. Some of you could even be, traveling for work again, like I said. So spoil yourself in the morning mist. Breathe in nature's sweet scents. Definitely seeing travel in the books for a lot of you. And reconnect. Secrets lurk in the captive shadows deep in the woods. Ooh. You are reconnecting with somebody in your past wants to reconnect with you. I don't know what to tell you, group 5. Somebody in the past wants to reconnect with you. I really do think that you're kind of like turning away from that opportunity a little bit, and that you're kind of just moving on with your life. But I do think that there's going to be maybe a moment to reconnect. Maybe this is like reconnecting with a certain family member that you don't talk to anymore. This could be reconnecting with a certain friend that maybe you don't talk to anymore. But secrets lurk in the captive shadows deep in the woods. I think that they're going to be opening up about truth with you. They're going to be telling you something. I don't know, guys. That's what I'm seeing there. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that reveals a little bit about what your life is going to be like in 5 years. I'm seeing a lot of great things. There's going to be something so major to celebrate. I just want to end it on talking about this 4 of Wands card. There's going to be something so major to celebrate in your life within these next 5 years. It is going to feel so good. It is going to feel like you've reached a significant milestone, and it's going to go down in your memories. This is going to be a very significant memory for you later on in your life. You are creating a very significant memory. I also think in the next 5 years, you're going to be reminiscing on whenever that this happens, because I think that this is happening within those 5 years. And then 5 years from now, it's already this beautiful memory for you. It's already this memory of like, oh my God, that's one of my best memories. It's one of my best memories. I can really hear you saying that. Like, that's one of my best memories. So, whew, lots of beautiful, beautiful stuff. I really think you're creating a beautiful kind of, song for your life right now, group number 5. I just see a lot of goodness coming into your life, a lot of exciting times. So congratulations, especially if those of you are getting married, having children, graduating, opening up your own business, buying your first home, moving to a new home, whatever the case may be, because this card celebrates all those types of things. So however that applies to your life, I'm just sending you so much love, group number 5. I'm so excited for you, so happy for you. And yeah, lots of expansion again within your career. I'm seeing promotions, things like that, expansion in your relationships. So yeah, all exciting things. I'm sending you all of my love again, group number 5. I hope to see you also in my next video, and have an amazing year and day and everything. And I'll see you hopefully later. Anyway, this intro, I'm like not even knowing how to end this right now for some reason. Anyway, love you guys so much. Bye.